Hi everyone, it's Top Romance here. Before watching the video, please take 3 seconds to like the video and subscribe to the channel so I can have more motivation to make more quality videos. Thank you very much. I wish you a happy new day. At Lingxiao Treasure Palace, Van Mien transformed into an Oriole and descended to the mortal realm, thinking to herself, I, as a fairy promoting childbirth in the celestial realm, the Oriole Van Mien, am descending this time to complete a mission of promoting childbirth. I hear it's as difficult as descending into hell. If I succeed, even Yu Lao's efficiency will be lower than mine. Yu Lao offered a cup of tea, saying admiringly, Great master, you are truly skilled. She laughed smugly. Then Van Mien flew away. This time, the person is an emperor with a harem of 3,000. Isn't this a bonus question? Where's the difficulty? How can it be as difficult as descending into hell? Van Mien transformed into an Oriole, perched on a branch overlooking the lake, continuing, What's more, this person is extremely handsome, very hard to win over. They all failed because they were captivated by his looks. Van Mien flapped her wings on the branch. Are you kidding me? I'm a #1 childbirth fairy in the heavenly palace, with years of experience. What kind of storms haven't I weathered? What kind of handsome men haven't I met? He's just a mortal emperor. He can't possibly bewitch me. Suddenly, she was startled. Emperor Feng Qiu was bathing in the water, his body muscular. Van Mien's nose bled, but it's no use. I'm not interested in men. Suddenly, Feng Qiu looked over surprised. Van Mien froze. Danger. I've been discovered. She quickly flew away. Oh no, gotta run. But she collided with a large tree trunk and plopped into the water in front of Feng Qiu. Feng Qiu reached down and picked Van Mien up. Van Mien was dazed and sputtering water. He asked suspiciously, where did this Oriole come from, daring to peek at me bathing? Van Mien could only chirp, ouch. Let go of me, you tyrant. Then Feng Qiu put on his robe and went ashore. Someone there. Van Mien covered her face, thinking, this emperor isn't wearing any underwear. A eunuch approached. Your Majesty, your orders? Feng Qiu tossed the still-chirping bird to the eunuch. I suspect this Oriole is cursing me. Cook it later. I want to eat braised Oriole. The eunuch caught the bird, bewildered. Yes, your Majesty. Van Mien was stunned. Chirp, chirp, chirp. This dog of an emperor actually dares to think of eating this fairy. I'll remember your face. Suddenly, there was a knock at the door from outside. Your Majesty? Feng Qiu turned around in surprise. A group of beautiful women appeared. Your Majesty, you finally came out of the bath. This concubine has been waiting for a long time. Your Majesty, can I serve you tonight? Van Mien froze at the sight. So many sisters. All of them are beauties. Is there any man who could remain calm in this situation? It's done. It's done. This emperor definitely can't wait any longer. This mission is way too easy. But Feng Qiu waved them away. Get out. He was furious. Who allowed you in here? Van Mien was stunned. Is he crazy? In this situation, he's not even taking up arms? Is he even a man? Feng Qiu said sternly, without my permission, no one is allowed to enter here again. Now get out. The young women trembled. Yes, your Majesty. The eunuch also released Yun Mian. The bird keeps chirping. No way. How can I miss such a good opportunity? Watch my fertility-boosting magic. Here, Yun Mian, receive my 36 styles of love bewitchment. Even immortals can't escape this. This emperor's animalistic nature will definitely be unleashed. The magic surged towards Feng Qiu, but was suddenly repelled. Yun Mian was stunned. What's going on? The jade pendant on the emperor can actually repel my magic? Struck by the rebounding spell, Yun Mian fell to the ground. I was actually knocked back to my original form. Feng Qiu heard the noise. Just now, it seemed like there was the figure of a girl. Could I have been mistaken? Yun Mian, transformed into an Oriole, panted heavily. Luckily, at the critical moment, this immortal transformed back. Otherwise, I'd be exposed. Suddenly, Yun Mian was picked up. Feng Qiu held the Oriole by its neck. I told you to watch this Oriole. Is this how you watch it? Letting it fly around? Yun Mian chirped incessantly. Let me go. The eunuch knelt. This servant deserves death. This servant was momentarily. Then Feng Qiu turned away. Forget it. All of you get out. One step slower, and you'll be executed. His eyes looked dangerous. Hearing this, the servants scrambled to leave. Yes, your Majesty. We'll leave right away. In the bedchamber, Yun Mian was thrown to the ground. She cursed angrily. You rotten emperor. Not only did you grab me, but you also threw me. Feng Kyo cracked his knuckles. Such a fat bird. It would definitely be delicious stir-fried. Yin Mian cried out in alarm. Chirp, 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 meaning tyrant. You're dead. If it weren't for my mission, this immortal would definitely use magic to teach you how to be a human. Feng Kyo bent down and tapped the Oriole's forehead with his finger. What are you chirping about? Are you cursing me again? Yin Mian was bewildered. Doesn't this dog, Emperor, know bird language? How can he guess right every time? Feng Kyo said, I have to review memorials. Don't bother me, or I'll really stir-fry you. Yin Mian thought to herself, this emperor is so difficult to deal with. Magic doesn't work on him, and moreover, he's working late at night instead of seeking out beautiful women. I can't stand it. Yin Mian chirped incessantly, meaning, stop reviewing memorials. Aren't the beautiful women attractive enough? Feng Kyo then asked, little bird, are you really not afraid of death? Yin Mian climbed onto his hand and chirped, meaning, I'm doing this for your own good. An emperor who doesn't share his love with everyone is a scoundrel. Feng Kyo wondered, ever since those concubines arrived, you've become extremely agitated. Do you want me to bed them? Yin Mian nodded, meaning smart. My emperor, you truly understand bird language. Feng Kyo thought to himself, I didn't expect this Oriole to understand human nature so well. Interesting. I might as well keep it. He stood up and said, bed them? I'm afraid you'll never see that happen. Yin Mian was surprised. Why? Feng Kyo then started to undress. Because I'm impotent. Looking at his silent pants, Yin Mian froze. What? Impossible. Impotent? Then she climbed onto his shoulder, wanting to say, is this for real? How can a man admit to being impotent? Where's your dignity? Feng Kyo then brushed Yin Mian off. All right, stay there. I have to sleep. Yin Mian rolled around on the floor. Oh my God, it seems to be true. The emperor is impotent. How can I complete this mission? Then Yin Mian flew away. Forget it, I'm out. This mission is too difficult. This immortal gives up. I'll go back and silently endure Yu Lao's ridicule. Then a bright light shone. Oh, the light is so blinding. The creating goddess appeared. Goddess, I'm pregnant. Yin Mian appeared in human form. She bowed. Yin Mian greets the creating goddess. The creating goddess smiled and said, Yin Mian, I came here specifically to tell you. Feng Kyo's descendants will be the future ruler of the world, so you must complete this mission. Yin Mian sighed. Creating goddess, I dare not hide it. This mission is truly too difficult. My magic has no effect on this emperor. He's also impotent. Even if I knock out a concubine and bring her to his bed, it's useless. I really can't complete this mission. Whoever wants to do it can do it. The creating goddess smiled and said, whoever completes this mission will get a promotion and a raise, an excellent performance review, double the bonus, and 2 red envelopes at the end of the year. Hearing this, Yin Mian's fighting spirit surged. Yin Mian is absolutely the only choice for this mission. Creating goddess, rest assured and leave it to Yin Mian. She laughed inwardly. Excellent performance review, promotion and a raise, double bonus, and 2 red envelopes at the end of the year. I didn't expect the rewards for this mission to be so generous. Once completed, won't I reach the peak of my immortal career? Then the creating goddess left. I trust you, but Yin Mian, you must remember, this matter concerns the future ruler of the world. You must find someone with good virtues to bear the child, understand? Yin Mian smiled and replied, yes, I understand. I guarantee I'll complete the mission. Then Yin Mian returned to the palace. She climbed through the window to enter for a promotion and a raise. Even if I risk my immortal life, I must complete this mission. She peeked through the curtains and saw Feng Kyo sleeping soundly on the bed. Yin Mian sighed. Speaking of which, this emperor is so handsome, yet he's impotent. What a waste. Yin Mian looked closely and exclaimed, wow, his eyelashes are so long. Such a high nose, and his lips are so beautiful. Yin Mian clenched her hand, thought I really want to take a bite. She leaned down close to him, their lips almost touching, when Feng Kyo frowned. Yin Mian blushed, startled, and sat up. Huh? Oh no, the emperor is about to wake up. Oh no, run. Yin Mian hurried and bumped into a pillar. Feng Kyo opened his eyes in surprise. He sat up and asked, who's there? Yin Mian transformed into a canary, lying on the ground chirping. So pathetic. Feng Kyo propped his chin and asked what's going on. I've already slept. Why are you still lying on the ground? Yin Mian chirped. Leave me alone. I want some peace. I actually want to kiss that dog emperor just now, really. Oh my God. Feng Kyo suddenly noticed a flower on his blanket. Where did this peach blossom come from? Could it be that someone really was here just now? Yin Mian was startled that, oh no, it's from when I waved my fan earlier. I accidentally dropped it. Feng Kyo paused, remembering. Speaking of which, just now, for a fleeting moment, I saw a girl leaning over the dragon bed. Did she want to kiss me? Yin Mian sprang up and kicked towards my groin. Feng Kyo yelled angrily. Ah. Yin Mian chirped, surprised. Yin Mian perched on Feng Kyo's small mushroom-shaped stool, looking bewildered. Feng Kyo frowned and asked, do you want to die? He gripped Yin Mian tightly. Yin Mian panicked. No, no, no. This immortal doesn't want to die. Let me go quickly. Feng Kyo scoffed. Let you go? You almost crushed my, you know. Yin Mian's eyes filled with remorse. I was wrong. Believe me. I'm even more concerned about its well-being than you are. Feng Kyo stood up and threw Yin Mian down. Starting today, lose weight for me. I want to see you 5 kilograms lighter tomorrow. Yin Mian, thrown on the floor, looked bewildered and surprised. Emperor, are you crazy? Have you ever seen a canary weigh more than 5 kilograms? Feng Kyo replied. Stop chirping. Stay put on the dragon bed. I have to leave for a while. Don't soil my dragon bed. Do you hear me? Then, as he left, he thought to himself, I don't see that peach blossom anymore. Could I have been mistaken? Was that girl also an illusion? Yin Mian, left alone in the room, hopped around on the dragon bed in frustration. This dog of an emperor dares to tell this immortal to lose weight, and even threatens me? How can this bird tolerate such a thing? He told me not to soil the dragon bed. I'll show him what surprise really means. All right, time to scram. Elsewhere, Feng Kyo stood in the garden and ordered the guards. Shun Tong, Batong, you were outside the door just now. Did you see anyone enter my room? Shun Tong replied, Your Majesty, this subordinate saw no one. Feng Kyo was puzzled. I understand. You may leave. Then the two disappeared. Yes, Your Majesty. Feng Kyo walked and thought, my shadow guards are highly skilled in martial arts. They didn't see anyone enter. Could it be that I really mistook that girl for someone else? He entered the room and was surprised. Where's that fat bird? Could it be under the blanket? Seeing the blanket lumped up, he pulled back the blanket. Feng Kyo was stunned to see a pile of droppings on the bed. What is this? Feng Kyo gritted his teeth in anger that must be that fat bird. Someone, catch that canary I'm raising. Inform the Imperial Kitchen. I want to eat canary hot pot. The panicked servants ran off. Yes, Your Majesty. Meanwhile, Yin Mian, perched on a branch, sneezed repeatedly. Who's cursing me? The servants bustled around searching, but where's that canary? Wasn't it here just now? Hurry up and find it. This is a good opportunity to gain favor. Hurry, hurry, go find it. Yin Mian, perched on the branch, thought to herself, this dog of an emperor, this immortal only used a bit of magic to create some fertilizer on your bed. Is it necessary to make such a fuss? A slingshot pellet flew towards Yin Mian. Yin Mian was startled. Who's sneak attacking this immortal? Yin Mian fell down. A voice said, he got it. A servant held Yin Mian upside down. Your Highness, we've caught the canary. Shuefei smiled. Well done. Now this palace will go find His Majesty and enjoy some canary hot pot together. Her Highness will definitely praise me for doing a good job. Yin Mian thought to herself, canary hot pot? Does the dog emperor really want to eat me? Suddenly, a voice called out, Oh, Shuefei, younger sister, have you found the canary His Majesty wants? Are you going to see the emperor? Do you mind if his palace accompanies you? Wan Fei asked, fanning herself. Shuefei forced a smile. Wan Fei. Oh my, of course this younger sister doesn't mind. It's just that there's so little canary meat. I'm afraid it won't be enough for 3 people. Wan Fei replied, It's all right. Older sister also brought a golden pheasant. We can add it to the pot and cook them together. The golden pheasant in the cage sighed in frustration. Wan Fei thought to herself, trying to monopolize His Majesty? In your dreams. Shuefei fumed. Damn it, I didn't expect this little vixen to butt in. The two held hands, but their eyes clashed. Just the same, older sister, you're so thoughtful. Yin Mian thought to herself, I didn't expect the emperor's concubines to not only be as beautiful as celestial beings, but also so friendly and gentle with each other. Shuefei angrily ordered, Someone, prepare the palanquin to Longte Palace. We must be faster than that slut. Wan Fei asked, Where's my palanquin? Bring it here quickly. I must arrive first. A servant replied, Yes, Your Highness. Then came the loud sounds of servants bringing the palanquins. Yin Mian was stunned. What's happening? They're speeding. At the gate of Longte Palace, the two guards on duty were startled to see two palanquins racing towards them. Hurry up, go, go. Then they came to an abrupt stop at the gate. Xue Fei stepped out. Eunuch De, this palace has brought the canary His Majesty has been looking for. Please inform him. Wan Fei immediately pushed her aside. Eunuch De, this palace has also brought a golden pheasant to make hot pot with His Majesty. Eunuch De was startled. Please wait a moment, Your Highnesses. This servant will inform His Majesty immediately. The two continued to shove each other. Yin Mian, still hanging upside down, thought, look at these concubines, even beauties like them become ravenous like tigers and wolves. When they're hungry, the golden pheasant in the cage raged. You wicked woman, how dare you dream of eating this immortal? In your dreams, Yin Mian was surprised. This immortal? Then she asked, Golden Pheasant, brother, are you from the celestial realm? The golden pheasant replied, oh, you can understand me? It seems you're also from the celestial realm. Yun Mian replied to the golden pheasant, my name is Yun Mian. I'm the fertility fairy. I descended to the mortal realm to help His Majesty produce offspring. And you? The golden pheasant replied, so you're Fairy Yun Mian, my apologies. I am the Star Lord in charge of destiny. My name is Shun Chuan. I was demoted to a golden pheasant for altering someone's fate. Hearing this, Yun Mian thought to herself, Shun Chuan? Could he be the celestial lord admired by all the celestial maidens, even colder than the frosty Dongji? Suddenly, Shun Chuan leaned in, propping himself up. Wait, are you Yun Mian, the most beautiful fairy in the celestial realm? Little Mian, come into this lord's arms. Yun Mian grimaced, thinking, what cold celestial lord? The rumors are all false. He's clearly just lecherous and boastful. Xue Fei was surprised. Are these two birds talking to each other? They keep chirping and squawking. Xue Fei thought to herself, whatever, they're hot pot ingredients anyway. It's normal for them to have a common language. Then Eunuch De came out. His Majesty has decreed. Leave the canary and the golden pheasant, and the two consorts may return. The two consorts were indignant. What? He values a bird more than us? In His Majesty's heart, are we even less important than a bird? Your Majesty, give us a chance. Later, the canary and the golden pheasant were brought in. Your Majesty, the birds have been brought in. Feng Qiu sat in front of a boiling pot, reading memorials. Yun Mian trembled inside the cage with Shun Chuan. Does this dog emperor really want to cook us? Wait, this man is... Yin Mian asked, hey, Shun Chuan, why aren't you saying anything? Weren't you quite talkative earlier? Are you scared speechless? Shun Chuan replied, didn't I tell you earlier that I was demoted to the mortal realm because I changed someone's fate? The person I changed is this one. Yin Mian was surprised. What fate did you change for him? Don't tell me. Shun Chuan replied, 3,000 beauties, yet impotent. Hearing this, Yin Mian frowned. So it was you. You, she struggled inside the cage. It's all because of you. Why change his fate to impotence? You made my mission as difficult as hell. Shin Chuan was choked, white foam bubbling from his mouth. I was drunk at the time. Little Mian, let go, you'll kill me. Yun Mian was furious. You made my life miserable. I must sacrifice you to the heavens. Suddenly, Feng Qiu pulled Yun Mian out. All right, that's enough. Take this golden pheasant to the imperial kitchen. Yun Mian struggled. Let me go. I have to kill him. The golden pheasant in the cage looked terrified. Yes. Take me to the imperial kitchen. I'd rather be in a soup pot than with this violent woman. Yin Mian was enraged. You dare call me violent? If you're so brave, then stay. I'll show you what real violence is. The eunuch took the golden pheasant away, saying, Yes, your majesty. Feng Qiu angrily pointed at Yun Mian. Brought back to my palace, and you still argue with a lively golden pheasant. It seems you don't feel any guilt about soiling my dragon bed. Yun Mian thought, why should I feel guilty? That poop has celestial energy. It can cure diseases if you eat it. Feng Qiu continued, you've been moving all day. It seems your muscles are relaxed. Straight into the pot you go. Yin Mian stood before the steaming pot. Hey, Dog Emperor, do you really want to eat me? Do you believe I can use celestial magic to seriously injure you? Suddenly, Feng Qiu shuddered, clutching his chest and collapsing. Yin Mian was stunned. What's going on? I was just joking. I didn't use any magic. Why is something happening to Feng Qiu? Feng Qiu panicked. No, it's happening now. His heart pounded. Then Feng Kyo used his internal energy to force something out of his body. Yin Mian was shocked. That's a silver needle. Feng Kyo coughed up blood and collapsed on the ground. Damn it. Yin Mian was stunned. What's going on? I was just kidding. I didn't use any celestial magic. Why is something happening to Feng Kyo? Yin Mian transformed into her human form and caught Feng Kyo. Hey, Feng Kyo, what's wrong? Wake up. Yin Mian checked his pulse. Oh no, his pulse is chaotic. Feng Kyo's life is in danger. What should I do? If he dies, I won't be able to complete my mission. I have to find a way to save him. Feng Kyo has fainted. It seems there's no other way. I can only transfer my immortal energy to him to preserve his life. Oh, let me just say, I don't have any indecent intentions towards you. This immortal is only doing this to save you. Yin Mian touched his face, then kissed him on the lips, transferring her spiritual energy. A moment later, Feng Kyo's hand twitched. After transferring more than 10 streams of immortal energy, I finally pulled him back from the brink. After that, Yin Mian transformed back into the Oriole. I'm so sleepy, I need to take a nap. Feng Kyo then woke up. He struggled to sit up. Did my old illness relapse and cause me to faint? But why doesn't my body feel any discomfort this time? It's actually full of energy. Seeing the Oriole curled up in a ball, Feng Kyo placed it on his hand. Little bird, you're sleeping soundly. But considering you stayed by my side while I was unconscious, I'll allow you to sleep on my dragon bed. Speaking of which, Feng Kyo vaguely recalled the image of a girl kissing him. Just now, I had a dream. In the dream, it was like a fairy kissed me to save me. Feng Kyo placed the little bird on the dragon bed. Last time, I had the exact same dream. For a whole day, only you have been by my side. Feng Kyo poked the Oriole. That fairy couldn't have been you, could it? Little bird. The little bird chirped. Feng Kyo smiled. What am I thinking? This is just a lazy, mischievous Oriole. Feng Kyo ordered, someone come. A shadow guard appeared, Your Majesty. Feng Kyo asked, how long have I been in my room? The shadow guard replied, Your Majesty, 3 watches. Feng Kyo was surprised. Only 3 watches? I understand. You may leave. The shadow guard then disappeared. Yes. Feng Kyo held a silver needle in his hand. This is the 17th silver needle I've expelled. Before, when I expelled a silver needle, I would be unconscious for at least 3 days. This time, I woke up after only 3 watches. Could it be that someone really helped me? Someone at this moment was sleeping soundly. Then Yin Mian woke up. Oh, that was a good sleep. She looked around in surprise. Hey, I'm actually sleeping on the dragon bed. Guess this emperor has a conscience. It wasn't in vain that this immortal transferred my immortal energy to him. Suddenly, a voice came from outside the window. Little sister, don't go. Let's discuss life a little more deeply. Yin Mian went to see what was happening, surprised. Shun Chuan, holding a bird in each hand, said, Little sister, why not become this lord's wife? If you follow this lord, we can fly freely throughout the palace. Yin Mian said with disgust, Shun Chuan, you lecherous rogue. You don't even spare the birds. Yin Mian attacked. Release that bird. Yin Mian headbutt Shun Chuan, sending all 3 of them flying. Shun Chuan asked dejectedly, Little Mian, why are you stopping me from courting? Could it be you're jealous? Yin Mian said angrily, Jealous my foot. Why didn't you die under the chef's knife? It would have saved the innocent birds in the palace from your harm. Shun Chuan questioned, How could this immortal die at the hands of a mortal? I could escape with a bit of magic. Yin Mian dusted off her wings. All right. The servants below looked up and saw 2 birds chirping back and forth, puzzled. In this day and age, can a canary understand what a golden pheasant is saying? Yin Mian recounted to Shun Chuan. That's exactly how it happened. That silver needle seems to have been hidden in Feng Kyo's body for a long time. I don't know why. Shun Chuan replied, I suspect this emperor was framed years ago. Hey, wait. Yin Mian asked, what's wrong? Shun Chuan explained, I once came across an ancient text called Silver Needle Acupoint Sealing in the Heavenly Court's library. The book says that silver needle acupoint sealing can cause the body to lose certain functions. This emperor's impotence is very likely related to this silver needle. Yin Mian's eyes widened. Does the book say how to cure it? Shun Chuan immediately flew off. I have to go back to the Heavenly Court to check. This can't wait. I'll go back and borrow that ancient text to see. Yin Mian urged, Okay. Hurry up and go. Yin Mian's performance suddenly improved. If Feng Kyo's impotence could be cured, wouldn't completing her mission be within reach? From nearby, a shout rang out. Impudent servant girl. Yun Mian looked down in surprise to see what was happening. Consort Shui stood before a kneeling girl and two of her attendants. Consort Shui said fiercely, "Just a lowly palace maid, and you dare not bow immediately upon seeing this consort? How audacious!" Yunair looked up in a panic and explained, No, your highness, I didn't see you. I didn't do it on purpose." Consort Shui slapped Yunair hard. Insolent. Yunair clutched her face, trembling and stammering, "Your highness." But Consort Shui brushed her hand off, her eyes glinting with malice. "You still dare to talk back? Someone, scar this palace maid's face for me." Consort Shui seethed with jealousy. "Unexpectedly, this palace maid is even more beautiful than me. This consort must ruin her face, lest his majesty be seduced." Meanwhile, Yin Mian watched from a tree branch. Angrily, she thought, "It's this Consort Shui again. Last time, she almost threw this immortal into a hot pot. Now she dares to bully a palace maid. It seems this immortal must teach her a lesson." The palace maid obeyed Consort Shui's order. "Yes, your highness." She stepped forward. Yun Air cried out in terror, "Your highness, please have mercy. Spare me." Yin Mian cast her immortal spell. "Take this. Invincible stinky bad luck spell." A wave of foul-smelling air, reeking of excrement, washed over them. Consort Shui suddenly sneezed. She exclaimed in surprise, "What's going on? Why does it suddenly smell so bad? Who dares to fart in front of this consort?" Those around her covered their noses against the stench. A palace maid spoke up, "Your highness, the smell is coming from you." Hearing this, Consort Shui panicked. "What? How can this consort smell so bad?" Then she tripped over a rock and fell backward. Consort Shui frantically ordered, "Quickly, pull me up." But no one had time to react. Just then, a dog was relieving itself behind her, and even the dog quickly dodged Consort Shui. A palace maid cried out, "Your highness, are you all right?" Consort Shui sat up, holding her forehead. "Damn it, I'm so dizzy." Looking at Consort Shui's hair, now covered in dog feces, she exclaimed, "Wait, what is this? What did this consort fall on?" A palace maid stammered, "Your highness, it's dog feces." Consort Shui was stunned. This consort is covered in this filth. I must go back and wash." Consort Shui ran off as fast as she could. The palace maid called out in alarm, "Your highness, be careful. There's a pond ahead." Yin Mian, perched on a tree branch, clutched her stomach and laughed. Ha 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 ha. "The curse of this immortal has worked. You'll be plagued by bad luck all day. Serves you right for capturing me earlier." Yin Air sat weeping. "Hoo-hoo, her highness wants to scratch my face. What should I do? Hoo-hoo, I want to go home. Grandma, I miss you so much." Seeing her, Yin Mian felt a pang of sympathy. This little palace maid is quite pretty. Perhaps I could arrange for her to meet the emperor. I'll go talk to her first. Then, Yin Mian transformed into her human form and landed beside Yun Air, little palace maid. Yun Air was stunned. This girl is so beautiful. Is she a fairy? "Oh," Yin Mian asked Yun Air, "Why are you staring blankly?" She offered Yun Air a handkerchief. "Here, wipe your tears. Consort Shui is gone. You don't need to be afraid." But Yun Air trembled. "But what if Consort Shui comes back later?" Yin Mian smiled. "Don't worry. She's having a rather interesting time right now. She won't have the energy to bother you." Yun Air was surprised. Elsewhere, Consort Shui, hurrying away, fell into the pond with a yell. "Ah, help!" The palace maid rushed over. "Your highness, be careful." Consort Shui climbed out, furious, and yanked at a blade of grass. "I've had enough. In just a few hundred meters, I've stepped in dog feces and now fallen into the water. Why is this happening?" Suddenly, something white landed on her head. A bird flying overhead had just dropped its droppings. Consort Shui was speechless and frozen. Her palace maid didn't know what to say. "Your highness." Consort Shui, in a fit of rage, grabbed the maid's collar and yelled, "Ah, it must be that palace maid. She's a demon. She cursed me. That's why I'm so unlucky." The palace maid fearfully replied, "I'm sure that's not it, your highness." Seeing the maid's timidity, Consort Shui angrily interrupted, "It must be her. Find me a Taoist priest. I must make that palace maid reveal her true form and be destroyed." The two palace maids quickly ran off. "Yes, your highness. Yes, your highness." Elsewhere, Yun Mian, having heard Yun Air's explanation, was surprised. "What? You want to leave the palace?" Yun Air stammered, "Yes." Hearing this, Yin Er was grateful. How can that be? The palace is heavily guarded. Escaping the palace means beheading if caught. Yin Mian smiled at I see. So that's what you're worried about. Yin Mian waved her silk fan. Very simple. She conjured a shimmering portal. Enter this array, and you can return to your roots. Yin Er was surprised that my roots. Yin Mian replied, it can take you directly back to your hometown. Don't worry, it's fast, efficient, and versatile. Absolutely no danger. Yin Er was stunned. Jew, just who are you? Are you really a fairy? Yin Mian gently pushed Yin Er forward. Don't ask so many questions. Don't you want to leave the palace? Hurry back and take care of your grandmother. Remember to come back after you fulfilled your filial duty. Yin Er stepped into the portal, smiling. Thank you, immortal. Then she vanished. Yin Mian used her magic fan to transform back to her original appearance. With her kind heart and beautiful looks, she was considered the best candidate for pregnancy. If she could truly bring this palace maid and the emperor together, it would be perfect. To prevent Yin Er's disappearance from arousing suspicion, from now on, she would appear as Yin Er in the eyes of others. Yin Mian used her magic fan to transform into Yin Er. This way, she could conveniently observe the personalities of the concubines and consorts in the harem and see if anyone else was suitable for the emperor. Suddenly, a voice called out, So, you're here, you wretch. Yin Mian turned around in surprise. Consort Shui. Consort Shui angrily approached, accompanied by a man holding a sword. Consort Shui, is there something you need? Yin Mian asked. Consort Shui's face flushed with anger. You impudent servant! How dare you address me so informally in front of this palace? Just you wait. As she finished speaking, she stepped on a banana peel and fell flat on her face. Yin Mian chuckled. Consort Shui, there's no need for such a grand gesture. We can talk things out. Consort Shui sat up, a banana peel stuck to her head, grinding her teeth. I'm so angry. I'm going to die of anger. Taoist Wang, why aren't you dealing with this demon yet? Taoist Wang gritted his teeth and drew his sword. Yes, Consort Shui, leave this to me. He held a talisman in his other hand. You demon, surrender yourself and reveal your true form. Yin Mian was stunned. Demon? Me? Is this Taoist blind? What about me looks like a demon? Taoist Wang pointed his sword forward. I can tell at a glance that you're harming living beings. You bored demon. The palace maids gathered around and whispered, What? This palace maid is a pig demon? But she's so pretty. Maybe she's a pig that's been injected with growth hormones. How scary. Will she eat people? Yin Mian clenched her fists in anger. I am the most beautiful immortal in the celestial realm. How dare you compare me to a bored demon? This is outrageous. Taoist Wang cast a spell. Still trying to lie, bored demon? I'll force you back to your true form. Yellow talismans surrounded Yin Mian, and she was surprised. These talismans smelled of alcohol, as if alcohol was used as a burning agent. What kind of Taoist is this? He's just a fraud. The palace maids gossiped. The Taoist is so powerful. Look at those flames. Is that immortal magic? Is the bored demon about to reveal its true form? Consort Shui thought smugly. You wretch, reveal your true demonic form. I want your soul scattered to the winds. Taoist Wang continued casting his spell. Demon, take this. He thought to himself, there are no demons in this world, but since I've taken Consort Shui's money, I have to do a good job. I've already prepared the bored demon. I just need to knock out this weak and beautiful palace maid, and then I can switch them. Yin Mian used her immortal magic and retorted, Get lost. She punched Taoist Wang in the face. He yelled and flew backward, breaking a large tree in half. Consort Shui's eyes widened in shock. Taoist. Yin Mian pointed at him and said, How dare you call me a pig? You're tired of living. Taoist Wang's face was contorted. We agreed to a magical duel. How? How could you resort to physical attacks? Yin Mian kicked him. Huh? I'm hitting you. You call me a pig demon the moment you showed up. Do you think I just stand there and take it? Say it again. See if I don't kick you to death. Taoist Wang panicked. Please, spare me. Strike high, hit softly. This little palace maid doesn't look heavy, but when she kicks, it's like 1,000 pounds. The palace maids looked at each other and whispered. So she's a Jianghu con artist? What a waste. I actually believed her just now. Isn't that right? How could a real Taoist be beaten so badly? This little palace maid is really something, unexpectedly skilled in martial arts. Consort Shui trembled but still pointed a shaky finger and said, You normally don't have this kind of strength. She must be a demon in disguise. Someone seize this demon. The guards appeared, but each and every one of them was trembling. Even the Taoist was beaten by her. What can ordinary palace maids do? So ordinary people like us can't beat her. Yin Mian put her hands on her hips and said, "Look at me. What do I look like a demon?" It was the Taoist who attacked first. I only retaliated. I can't just let him burn me, can I? The guards froze and said, So cute. How can there be such a cute demon? If she were a demon, we would have been dead already. That's true. There are no demons in this world. Consort Shui hid behind the guards and said, "Don't listen to this demon. She's bewitching you." Yin Mian crossed her arms, sighed, and shook her head. Consort Shui, you can't be like this. Low intelligence, morals unworthy of your position, completely incompatible with the emperor. Consort Shui was stunned. Low intelligence, morals unworthy of my position? She raged. How dare you insult this consort? You there, seize this demon for this consort, or else this consort will punish you. Suddenly, a voice called out, "What are you all doing?" Yin Mian was surprised. Consort Shui turned around in anger. Feng Jiao appeared. Consort Shui immediately accused, Your Majesty, you arrived just in time. This palace maid is a demon. Stay away from her." Yin Mian suddenly grabbed Feng Jiao's arm. "She's lying. Feng Jiao, don't listen to her. I'm innocent." The guard were stunned. Did I hear wrong? This palace maid dared to directly call the emperor's name, and she's holding the emperor's arm so intimately. This palace maid has committed 2 taboos at the same time. She's dead for sure. Feng Jiao froze. You little palace maid. Yin Mian quickly let go of his arm. She thought to herself, "Oh no, I'm so used to being the imperial concubine. I forgot I'm a palace maid now. I apologize, Your Majesty." This servant was simply overcome by the urgency of the situation. Feng Jiao turned away and said, "Considering this is your first offense, I will overlook it this time." He thought to himself, "Strange, why am I not angry at all about this palace maid transgression? There's even a strange sense of familiarity." The servants were stunned. What? The emperor forgave her for such a grave offense? Could it be that the emperor likes her? This palace maid must have deliberately committed the offense to attract the emperor's attention. Why didn't I think of this trick? Consort Shui's face darkened. Your Majesty, don't be bewitched by this demon. She's using her demonic arts to seduce you. Quickly execute this demon. Feng Jiao was enraged. You dare to order me around? Consort Shui was frightened. No, Your Majesty. This concubine is only concerned for Your Majesty's well-being. Yin Mian was stunned. Feng, Your Majesty, this consort Shui has a screw loose. This immortal, this servant, is just a simple, rustic beauty. She keeps calling me a wild boar demon. It's too much. Feng Jiao chuckled. That a wild boar demon? Huh. Well, the wild part is certainly accurate. Yin Mian fumed. What is this dog emperor saying? How am I wild? She thought to herself, you're going to lose your precious little canary this way, you know? Consort Shui glared at their familiarity. This damned demon. She's bewitching His Majesty. No, I can't let her succeed. Seeing the peachwood sword, Consort Shui's eyes flashed with malice. Very well, I'll make you reveal your true form right in front of His Majesty. Demon die. Consort Shui lunged at Yin Mian with the sword. Yin Mian froze. Feng Jiao quickly moved to shield her. Careful. The sword pierced Feng Jiao's shoulder, drawing blood. Yin Mian gasped. Feng! He took a sword from me. Feng Jiao's face flushed. He froze, thinking, why did I instinctively shield her? Could it be that for this palace maid? Consort Shui was aghast. Your Majesty, why would you shield this palace maid? She's a demon. Before she could finish, Feng Jiao kicked her away. Silence. Yin Mian frantically touched Feng Jiao's wound. Feng, Your Majesty, you're injured. Feng Jiao reassured her that it's a small wound. I'm fine. The soldiers knelt in unison. Heavens. Your Majesty is bleeding. How can you call that a small wound? Summon the imperial physician. Your Majesty, this subordinate is negligent. I offer my life to atone. Feng Jiao said, I'm fine. What's all the commotion? He turned to Consort Shui. And you, Consort Shui, you are audacious. You dared to attempt to assassinate me. Consort Shui stammered. Your Majesty. This concubine would never dare assassinate Your Majesty. She stood up and pointed at Yin Mian. This concubine was trying to kill that demon. Your Majesty, you've been bewitched by that demon. Yin Mian put her hands on her hips. I already said I'm not a demon. Can you stop being so unreasonable? Consort Shui grabbed Feng Jiao's arm. The demon is using her magic. Your Majesty, kill her. Otherwise, she'll drain your life force. Feng Jiao angrily flung her hand away. Silence. The kingdom is at peace. What demons are you talking about? Someone, take Consort Shui to the cold palace and let her calm down. The guards dragged Consort Shui away. Yes, your majesty. As she was dragged away, she pleaded, Your majesty, you can't do this to me. This concubine is doing this for your own good. That servant girl is a demon. She'll harm you. You must believe me. Yin Mian sighed in exasperation. Why would someone perfectly sane become so crazy? Meanwhile, Taoist Wang tried to sneak away. May the Supreme Lord Lao Zi protect me. No one saw me. No one saw me. But just as he turned, Yin Mian spotted him. Almost let that swindling charlatan who called me a wild boar demon get away. Your majesty, that swindler is trying to escape. Catch him. Taoist Wang panicked that I'm doomed. I've been discovered. Then he turned around and kowtowed repeatedly. Your majesty, please spare this commoner. This commoner only accepted some money from Consort Shui and carelessly eliminated a demon. This commoner has an elderly mother and young children. I won't dare to do it again. Feng Jiao, annoyed, ordered, drag him out, 50 lashes, and banish him from the palace. As Taoist Wang was dragged away, he cried, I was wrong. Your majesty, spare me. Yin Mian thought triumphantly, I've dealt with all those who caused trouble for me. Now I'm free. Suddenly, she looked around in surprise. Feng, no, your majesty, thank you for your help. I'll be going now. But Feng Jiao immediately said, Stop. Yin Mian was surprised at Is there something else? Feng Jiao asked, Little palace maid, what is your name? Yin Mian smiled and replied, my name? My name is Yin. Yinair. I almost forgot I'm playing someone else. Feng Jiao smiled. Yinair, is it? I was injured because of you, and you're just gonna leave like that. Yin Mian was surprised, thinking, Didn't he just say it was a small wound? Now he's bringing it up again. This man is really good at changing his tune. Then Yin Mian said, Your majesty, if you're injured, you should seek the imperial physician. Yinair staying here won't help you in any way. Feng Jiao walked over and lifted her chin. Why wouldn't it help? I want you to apply medicine to my wound. Hearing this, Yin Mian's jaw dropped in surprise. Apply medicine? Me? At Longte Palace. Yin Mian walked while muttering, What's wrong with this emperor? He has the imperial physician, but he insists on me applying medicine to him. She was holding the medicine bottle in her hand when she heard a commotion that I arrived first. So let me apply the medicine to his majesty. Yin Mian was surprised. Why is it so noisy? In front of the door, several consorts were bickering that I arrived first. It was clearly me who arrived first. Move aside, all of you. I must apply medicine to his majesty. Yin Mian was stunned. Good heavens, what's going on? Are the consorts in this palace crazy to see the emperor? They've started fighting. Consort 1 appeared. Silence. This consort's rank is the highest. How dare you compete with this consort? The other consorts said to each other in disappointment. Consort 1? Consort 1 is here. We have no chance now. That's right. Consort Shui has been banished to the cold palace. Consort 1 will monopolize his majesty's favor. The consorts all bowed. Consort 1. This concubine wouldn't dare. Consort 1 said smugly, It's good that you wouldn't dare. The task of applying medicine to his majesty. Besides this consort, who else could it be? Yin Mian sat by the corridor, overjoyed. Great. If someone is fighting to apply medicine to the emperor, then I'm no longer needed. She sat while nibbling on melon seeds. Now, I just need to watch the show. Eunuch appeared and asked, What's going on? Where's the person with the medicine? Why haven't they arrived yet? Consort 1 said excitedly, Eunuch, this concubine is here. His majesty must be waiting impatiently, right? This concubine will take it in for his majesty right away. Consort 1 was about to enter when the eunuch stopped her. Consort 1, this doesn't concern you. His majesty has already specified the person to apply the medicine. Consort 1 was surprised, She clenched her fists angrily through gritted teeth. What? So it's not me? Then who is it? Eunuch pointed at Yin Mian. Yes, Yinair, what are you doing? Hurry up and apply medicine to his majesty. Yin Mian thought to herself, what the heck? Why me again? Eunuch urged quickly, if his majesty's wound gets worse, you'll be held responsible. Yin Mian hurriedly jumped down. Yes. Why does this dog of an emperor keep picking on me? Everyone looked at Yin Mian with curiosity. Who is this person? Consort 1 angrily snapped. Shut up. I'm talking. There's no place for a lowly servant like you to interrupt. She thought to herself, is this servant girl showing off in front of me? Yin Mian gritted her teeth, thinking, is this Consort 1 brainless? I'm helping her, and she's scolding me. Fine, I'll provoke her then. Yin Mian stroked her hair and said, "Oh dear, there are 3,000 beauties in this harem. But why does His Majesty insist on favoring only me? I've already advised His Majesty to share his favor, but he just won't listen. He only favors me. What's a servant girl to do?" Consort 1 was furious. You vixen, you dare provoke me." Then Yin Mian turned and walked inside. "So sorry, Consort 1, I really don't have time to provoke you. After all, His Majesty is waiting for me to personally apply his medicine." Yin Mian chuckled to herself. "Serves you right for being rude to me. See if this doesn't make you explode with anger." Consort 1 was seething. "Servant girl, stop right there. You lowly, flirtatious thing." Eunuch hurriedly stopped her. "Consort 1, please stop." Consort 1 angrily said, "Get out of my way, eunuch. You saw just now. That servant girl disrespected me. I must tear her apart." Eunuch said with a stern face, "Consort 1, if you disturb His Majesty, there will be consequences." Hearing this, Consort 1 froze. Then Eunuch closed the door. "Concubines, please return to your quarters." Consort 1 gritted her teeth. "Damn servant girl, Yunair was it? Don't let me catch you, or I'll make you pay." Yin Mian walked in with the medicine, talking to herself as she went at him. "Why Aunt wants me to find a virtuous concubine to get pregnant. This Consort 1 clearly doesn't meet the requirements. Looks like this immortal will have to choose carefully." Feng Jiao was sitting in a chair, waiting. "Why are you so late? Do you want my wound to get worse?" Yin Mian was surprised at, "Oh, Feng Jiao." She carried the tray of medicine forward and replied, "I was delayed getting the medicine." Inwardly, she was annoyed that he orders this immortal to apply medicine and still has this attitude. "If it weren't for you taking that sword from me, I would have thrown this medicine jar in your face." Feng Jiao stood up and questioned, "Oh really? Could it be that you were delayed because you were arguing with my concubines outside?" He walked closer to Yin Mian, adding fuel to the fire. Why harem has 3,000 beauties, but I only favor you." Yin Mian was stunned, thinking, what? Feng Jiao actually heard what I said to provoke Consort 1? Does this guy have super hearing? She stammered, you misheard. Feng Jiao pushed Yin Mian against the wall. That's so. He looked directly into her eyes. Oh, you told me I should share my favor, but I didn't listen and continue to dote on you? Did I mishear that too? Yin Mian thought to herself, this emperor's memory is so good. He remembers everything I said, word for word. How embarrassing to have it repeated back to me. Blushing, Yin Mian retorted, yes, I said it, so what? What are you going to do? Feng Jiao lifted her chin with his hand. A lowly palace made dares to provoke me. So, who gave you the courage? Feng Jiao leaned closer to Yin Mian, and she recoiled. Liang Jingru. Feng Jiao looked surprised. Liang Jingru? Who is that? Yin Mian put down the medicine tray and said, oh, that's a very famous musician. Your Majesty, never mind, Liang Jingru. Let's apply medicine to your wound first. It can't be left untreated. Feng Jiao replied, fine. This time, you use my name to argue with the concubines. Since it's your first offense, I'll forgive you. But if there's a next time, Yin Mian quickly brushed him off. Your Majesty, don't worry, there absolutely won't be a next time. Being embarrassed once is enough. How could there be a next time? She also felt a surge of anger. What are you still standing there for? Hurry up and apply the medicine. He commanded, come here. Yin Mian picked up the medicine bottle and approached. She froze when she saw Feng Jiao take off his shirt, revealing his muscular, six-pack physique. Yin Mian covered her face. What are you doing taking your shirt off? Feng Jiao replied, nonsense. How can I apply medicine without taking my shirt off? Come here quickly. Yin Mian sighed, holding the medicine bottle. Well, the faster I finish applying this, the faster I can escape. Your Majesty, I'll apply the medicine now. Feng Jiao said, be gentle. Then Yin Mian dabbed the medicine onto the wound. I know, she muttered. Feng Jiao looked at Yin Mian's face and thought to himself, I've always hated having women near me, but I don't feel that aversion with this little palace maid. Why is that? Yin Mian blushed, thinking to herself, damn, Feng Jiao's physique is amazing. The feeling of his abs. Last time at the lake, I only saw him from afar. Now, feeling him up close is really exciting. I want. She gulped. Feng Jiao grabbed Yin Mian's wrist and questioned, what was that sound? Yin Mian blushed crimson. Huh? What sound? I didn't hear anything, Your Majesty. You must have misheard. She thought, I absolutely cannot admit it. I, a celestial being, could never be someone who makes such an unladylike gulping sound. Feng Jiao leaned close to her ear and whispered, "Are you sure that sound didn't come from you? Are you sure you don't have any designs on me?" Yin Mian immediately pushed him away. Of course not. I don't covet your body. She suddenly stumbled, falling onto Feng Jiao. He questioned, "You still say you don't have designs on me?" You practically pounced. She quickly denied it 3 times in a row. I don't. It's not like that. Don't talk nonsense. I just tripped. I'll get up now. Don't move. Feng Jiao pushing Mian back down to the floor. He braced himself with his hands on either side of her, thinking, what's going on? My body seems to be reacting. It's been a while. Yin Mian panicked. Hey, let me go. What are you doing? She froze. Wait a minute. Why do I feel something? Feng Jiao lifted Yin Mian's chin and questioned her. Who are you really? He thought to himself, this woman has actually awakened my body. Yin Mian struggled. I'm just a regular flower caretaker. Let me go. I've been tricked. Didn't this dog emperor say he was impotent? Then what I felt was. Feng Jiao asked in surprise, really just a flower caretaker? I've always disliked women, and my body truly does have a pre-existing condition. How could I be so easily aroused by this woman? Yin Mian said seriously, Hey, Feng Jiao, I'm warning you. Let me go. Don't think that just because you're handsome, I won't hit you. If I make a move, I'll make you cry. Feng Jiao leaned closer to Yin Mian. Oh, you dare call me by my name directly? I'm so scared. Try making a move. Yin Mian raised her index finger, preparing a spell. This dog emperor actually dares to provoke this immortal? A person can endure, but an immortal cannot. Let me teach you a lesson. Suddenly, there was a knock at the door. The eunuch outside announced, Your Majesty, the ministers have been waiting in the imperial study for a long time. Feng Jiao interrupted him. I'll be there shortly. Wait outside. Yin Mian thought to herself, Consider yourself lucky, dog emperor. Then Feng Jiao put his clothes back on and said to Yin Mian, flower caretaker, I have business to attend to. Come back tomorrow to apply medicine for me. Yin Mian was flustered. What? What do you mean, come back to apply medicine? On what grounds? Feng Jiao smirked. On the grounds that I am the emperor. Is that enough? Yin Mian gritted her teeth and replied, Enough. She stewed inwardly. I'll endure. It's all for the mission. Once I complete the mission, I'll definitely teach this dog emperor a lesson. As Feng Jiao left, he thought, this palace maid's attitude towards me is different from others. She's definitely not ordinary. Yinair, was it? I've remembered your name. Meanwhile, Yin Mian muttered as she walked down the hallway. That dog emperor is really nothing good. Ordering this immortal around without a second thought. She blushed, and he lied to me about being impotent. Clearly, just now Yin Mian paused. Wait a minute. If the emperor isn't impotent, then wouldn't my mission be easily accomplished? I just need to find a decent concubine and present her to the emperor. Suddenly, a girl ran past and bumped into her. What the? Do they have scams in the palace too? She watched as the girl fell. The palace maids who were following rushed over in a panic. Consort Shin, are you all right? We know you're heartbroken for His Majesty, but you must take care of your health. You haven't eaten or drunk anything all day while praying for His Majesty. Your body won't be able to handle it. Yin Mian watched as the palace maids helped Consort Shin up. Consort Shin? What kind of person is she? I've never met her before. Consort Shin said with a sorrowful look, Don't mind me. As long as His Majesty recovers, even if I die, it won't matter. The palace maids following her were moved. Consort Wan's devotion to His Majesty is witnessed by heaven and earth. If true love exists in this world, it must be Consort Wan's love for His Majesty. Sob, sob, sob. This servant is truly moved. Yin Mian, exasperated, thought, This is ridiculous. Your play acting is over the top. Wasn't Feng Jiao just slightly injured in the shoulder? Anyone would think he's dying. Consort Shin approached her, surprised. This little palace maid just now, this palace was praying for blessings here and saw you leaving His Majesty's bedchamber. How was His Majesty's health? Yin Mian replied, reporting to your ladyship, His Majesty is very well. It's just that tomorrow I still need to apply medicine for him. Yin Mian innocently waved her hand and smiled. Consort Shin's eyes were downcast. What? You have to go again tomorrow? This palace is worried about His Majesty's health. I wonder if the opportunity to apply medicine tomorrow could be yielded to this palace? Consort Shin's eyes narrowed as she thought. If this little palace maid refuses, then don't blame this palace for being ruthless. Yin Mian immediately replied, Your ladyship wants to apply medicine for His Majesty? Why didn't you say so sooner? I'll yield this opportunity to your ladyship. Hearing this, Consort Chin smiled. That you'll really yield it to this palace? That's wonderful. What reward do you desire? This palace can grant you anything. Yin Mian cheerfully replied, no reward is needed. I mainly saw your ladyship's sincerity towards His Majesty, so I'm willing to help you. Consort Chin thought to herself, His Majesty letting this little palace maid apply medicine definitely means he favors her. In the future, I absolutely cannot let her near His Majesty. Consort Chin said pleasantly, you're a good little palace maid. Later, this palace will arrange a light duty for you. Yin Mian gratefully replied, thank you very much, your ladyship. Yin Mian rejoiced inwardly. Finally, I can get rid of this tedious task. Then the two of them shook hands, reaching a friendly cooperation. Well, I'll take my leave, your ladyship. Yin Mian chuckled to herself. Tomorrow, this immortal will observe them. If it's successful, then this immortal's mission is complete. Seeing Yin Mian run off just like that, the palace maid beside Consort Chin spoke up, your ladyship, that little palace maid left without even curtsying. She clearly doesn't respect your ladyship. Consort Chin crossed her arms, her eyes calculating that it's all right. That little palace maid knows her place. I'll let her off this time. The most important thing is that tomorrow this palace will meet His Majesty. I absolutely must not waste this opportunity. The palace maid flattered her excitedly. Your ladyship is so beautiful. You will definitely achieve your wish. Then, Consort Chin left. Follow this palace back to the palace. This palace must bathe and dress immediately. The palace maid followed. Yes. Consort Chin smiled to herself as she walked. His Majesty has never favored a concubine. If His Majesty favors me tomorrow, then I will naturally be the most prestigious person in the palace. The next day, the sun shone brightly. Yin Mian transformed into an oriole and flew off. Yesterday, I gave the opportunity to apply medicine to Consort Chin. She should be there by now. This immortal must observe the progress of the mission. If everything goes smoothly, then this immortal can get a promotion and a raise. The oriole perched on a branch, looking down to see Feng Jiao sitting by the window, painting. This is a good spot. Wide view. Everything can be seen. This will definitely be a great experience. Then, Consort Chin opened the door and entered. Your Majesty. Yin Mian, wearing glasses and munching on popcorn, sat watching from her perch. Here she comes. Here she comes. Consort Chin is here. The good show is about to begin. Consort Chin arrived carrying a tray of medicine. Your Majesty, this concubine has come to apply medicine to your wounds. She thought to herself, today I specially applied bewitching incense to my clothes. If His Majesty catches a whiff, his animalistic instincts will definitely erupt and he'll pounce on me. Feng Jiao turned to her, annoyed. Why is it you? Consort Chin froze. Your Majesty, that little palace maid assigned the task of applying medicine to this concubine. This concubine is worried about your Majesty's wounds. Please allow this concubine. Feng Jiao angrily knocked over the medicine tray. Get out. Consort Chin was stunned. Feng Jiao gritted his teeth in frustration. That little flower-tending girl has some nerve, daring to assign the task of applying medicine to someone else. She's dead. Yin Mian, perched on a tree branch, tossed her glasses aside worriedly. Whoa, what terrifying anger. Isn't it just a change in who applies the medicine? Your Majesty, do you need to be this angry? Wouldn't it be better to use that energy to pounce on Consort Chin? Consort Chin, dressed revealingly, spoke up. Your Majesty, this concubine truly adores you. She ran to embrace Feng Jiao. How can you be so cold to this concubine? Feng Jiao was surprised. What is this smell? He froze. Oh no, it seems my old illness is being triggered by this. Consort Chin smirked inwardly. It's working. His Majesty isn't pushing me away. The bewitching incense combined with my beauty. Forget His Majesty. Even immortals would be moved. Come on, push me down. Harder. Suddenly, Feng Jiao kicked Consort Chin away. You want to die? Consort Chin, you've got some nerve. What have you done to me? Speak. Consort Chin, sprawled on the floor, stammered. This concubine hasn't done anything. She thought to herself, has His Majesty discovered something? I absolutely cannot confess. Feng Jiao, clutching his forehead, gritted his teeth. Get out of my sight. If not, I'll take your life. Consort Chin fled in terror. Yes, your Majesty. Feng Jiao slumped to the ground, furious. Damn it, what was that smell just now? It actually triggered my old illness, which I've worked so hard to suppress. Yin Mian, watching from outside the window, was astonished. What's going on? This isn't how it's supposed to go. Shouldn't they be following the pouncing on each other route? What's with this current development? Feng Jiao suddenly spat out blood. I can't control it anymore. With that, he collapsed. Yun Mian transformed back into her human form and jumped down. Feng Jiao. She caught him. His old illness has acted up again. She looked at the unconscious Feng Jiao. Honestly, Your Imperial Majesty, you're such a handful. Fainting at the drop of a hat, forcing this immortal to save you again. She took out a bottle of medicine. This time, no need to transfer immortal energy. I'll just use this special medicine. This immortal wine has the power to bring the dead back to life. One sip, and it can cure all illnesses. It can definitely suppress your old illness. Yun Mian poured some into Feng Jiao's mouth. This should do the trick. Yun Mian continued to pour the medicine into his mouth. Have another sip. It'll help you recover faster. Seeing his complexion improve, Yin Mian smiled. Oh well, might as well give him the whole bottle. That way, he'll wake up feeling as good as new, and I can quickly complete my mission. Yin Mian continued pouring the medicine down his throat. That should be enough. Hey, Feng Jiao, this immortal spent a fortune saving you again, you know? Don't you dare keep causing me trouble like this. You hear me? Being Feng Jiao isn't easy, you know? Being the emperor, I have to put on a stern face every single day. It's only when I'm unconscious that I can finally drop the pretense and show this gentle expression. Sleep well. I'll come see you tomorrow. Then Yin Mian transformed into a canary and flew out the window. At the same time, Feng Jiao gradually regained consciousness. Feng Jiao suddenly transformed into a young boy. The next day, Feng Jiao opened his eyes on the dragon bed. He sat up and rubbed his chest. I actually fainted, he thought, but my body doesn't seem to have any problems. There's even a warm feeling in my dantian. He froze. Wait a minute. Feng Jiao touched his face, his hands. Why are they so small? Feng Jiao stepped out of bed, but had to stand on his tiptoes. He grabbed a mirror. What is this? Feng Jiao was stunned. Why have I become small? Yin Mian's voice came from outside the door. Your Majesty, I'm here to apply medicine to your wounds. Are your wounds better? She thought to herself, yesterday, Feng Jiao drank this immortal's fairy wine. He must be as fit as a fiddle now. I have to go see him. Yin Mian was stunned when she saw Feng Jiao. The air fell silent. She panicked at it. Why is there a child in His Majesty's bedchamber? Where did you come from? Where's His Majesty? Feng Jiao glared at her, annoyed. This matter of me becoming small must be a conspiracy, he thought. I absolutely cannot reveal my identity and let the mastermind take advantage of the opportunity. Yin Mian knelt down and squeezed his cheeks. Why aren't you saying anything, you adorable little boy? Haven't you learned to talk yet? Looking closely, you do resemble Feng Jiao. Could you be his illegitimate child? Feng Jiao pulled her hand away. Nonsense. Get your hands off me. Yin Mian was surprised. You can talk? Yeah, just now you said I. Feng Jiao froze, then stammered. Right, this is so frustrating. I'm not an illegitimate child. He thought that was close. I almost gave myself away. Yin Mian thought, that's right. If you were Feng Jiao's illegitimate child, what would be the point of me doing all this? So, sweetie, you should go back now. This bedchamber isn't a place you can stay. Be careful. If someone sees you, you'll be caught. This little palace maid is right, Feng Jiao thought. It really isn't appropriate for me to stay here like this. It seems I'll have to rely on this woman for the time being. He tugged on Yun Mian's sleeve. I want to follow you. Yin Mian was surprised at it. How can that be? I still have things to do. She thought, I still need to quickly find His Majesty to complete my mission. This woman, Feng Jiao, thought angrily. There's no other way. It seems I can only... Feng Jiao walked over and hugged Yin Mian's leg. With a pitiful look, he said, I have nowhere to go. Can't you really take me in? Yin Mian seemed moved that, oh my goodness. So cute. Feng Jiao sneered inwardly. To think that the emperor of a nation would have to resort to this. Yin Mian took his hand. All right, you can follow me. It's not that I'm going soft because you're cute, Yin Mian said. It's just that helping children is our duty. We must promote the virtue of respecting our elders and caring for our young. Feng Jiao forced a smile and replied, I know. He fumed inwardly. This woman, she's such a social climber. Outside the main hall, Yin Mian led Feng Jiao along, but unexpectedly, she couldn't find him. She had inadvertently picked up a child along the way. She didn't know where Feng Jiao had gone. Suddenly, a voice called out, Little palace maid, you're here after all. Yin Mian was surprised. Consort 1 appeared with 2 large matrons behind her. I've finally found you. Yin Mian replied, Consort 1? Your ladyship, is there something you need? Consort 1 walked towards her, pointing you wretch. Back at the main hall. How dare you mock this consort? A lowly servant girl like you dares to disrespect me? Today, this consort will teach you a lesson. Yin Mian replied, "You've been looking for me for 2 days, just for this petty matter? A consort like you is so narrow-minded." Consort 1 raged silence. "Who are you to scold this consort?" "You." Consort 1 paused. "A child?" She saw Feng Jiao looking at her intently. "You impudent servant. This is Longte Palace, His Majesty's residence. How dare you openly bring a child here? You have no respect for His Majesty." Feng Jiao rolled his eyes. Yin Mian stopped him. "Hey, Consort 1, if you want to cause trouble for me, just target me. Don't bring the child into this." Consort 1 sneered at him, protecting this child so fiercely. "Could it be this bastard child is the result of your promiscuity with someone?" Consort 1 reached out to grab Feng Jiao's neck. "This consort must get a good look at this bastard." But Feng Jiao slapped her hand away, saying with disdain, "Don't touch me, you're filthy." Consort 1 gritted her teeth, furious. "You little beast, you dare insult and strike this consort." Feng Jiao thought to himself, "This consort 1 pretends to be gentle and obedient in front of me, but behind my back, she's vicious and cruel. However, in my current state, it's inconvenient for me to reveal myself." Then he turned to Yin Mian with watery eyes. "This woman is bullying me." Yin Mian spoke up. "Consort 1, you're an adult bullying a child. What does that make you? Aren't you ashamed?" Consort 1 snarled, "A bastard child. So what if this consort kills him? Someone, seize these two and beat them to death. Chop up their bodies and throw them into the mountains for the wolves." The 2 matrons behind her immediately obeyed. Feng Jiao watched the 2 matrons roll up their sleeves and approach. He thought, "Consort 1 is even more vicious than I imagined. I'm afraid this little palace maid will have a hard time dealing with these people." He looked at Yin Mian. "It seems I'll have to secretly intervene." Yin Mian called out, "Wait." Feng Jiao, who was clenching his fists, was surprised. Could this little palace maid have a solution? He hit his fists. Consort 1 sneered. "What? Begging for mercy? Let me tell you, even if you kneel and smash your head, this consort will not spare you." Yin Mian glared at Consort 1 and said, "Consort 1, there's a child here. I don't want him to be negatively influenced, but if you continue to pressure me, don't blame me." Hearing this, Consort 1 laughed loudly. "What do you want to do? Could it be you dare to hit this consort? Ha ha ha. A lowly servant dares to boast shamelessly. If you dare lay a hand on me, I'll have your entire family buried with you." Yin Mian sighed. "Well, there's no other way." She pulled Feng Jiao's hand and said to him, "I'm sorry. I might have to let you experience firsthand how unpleasant the adult world can be. Cover your eyes." Feng Jiao covered his eyes with both hands. He thought to himself, what is this palace maid planning to do? Consort 1 sneered, "Just a lowly servant and child. Do you dare hit me?" Consort 1 goaded her, "Come on, I'm forcing you, hit this consort. Try it." Yin Mian immediately slapped Consort 1 hard. Consort 1 fell to the ground. Consort 1's palace maid cried out in alarm and knelt down. "Your Highness." Consort 1's face was contorted. You actually dared to hit this consort." Yin Mian dusted off her hands and replied, "Oh, didn't Consort 1 tell me to hit you? I've never met someone with such a penchant for masochism in my life." Feng Jiao peeked through his fingers, stunned. He thought, wow, this palace maid is really something else. Consort 1 gritted her teeth in fury. You little wretch. What are you all standing around for? Hurry up and tear this wretch to shreds." The 2 palace maids were about to rush forward when Consort Chen arrived. "What's all this commotion?" Yin Mian was surprised. "Consort Chen?" Feng Jiao glared at her. "It's that damned woman. If it weren't for her, I wouldn't have relapsed, fainted, and shrunk like this." Seeing Consort 1 sprawled on the ground, Consort Chen mocked. "Oh dear, Consort 1, what happened to you? Such a large handprint on your face. Is that a new style of makeup?" Consort 1 struggled to her feet. "Consort Chen, stop your sarcastic remarks. Why are you here?" Consort Chen replied, "Of course, this consort is worried about His Majesty's health, so I came to visit. I just didn't expect to see Consort 1 in this state." She thought to herself, if I weren't worried that His Majesty would punish me for yesterday's incident and came to test the waters, I wouldn't have seen Consort 1 so disheveled. Consort 1 ground her teeth. I don't have time for you right now. After I deal with this lowly servant, I'll settle the score with you." Consort Chen. Consort Chen feigned surprise. "Lowly servant?" She looked at Yin Mian and thought, isn't this the little palace maid His Majesty specifically called for to apply medicine? Good. I'll take this opportunity to use this foolish Consort 1 to eliminate her. Consort Chen stepped closer. My. To think that the esteemed consort Wan was slapped by a mere palace maid. It seems consort Wan's life in the palace isn't so pleasant after all. No one respects you. She took consort Wan's hand. Consort Wan fumed. Shut up. This consort is one of the 4 consorts. Who in the palace dares to disrespect me? Just watch how I deal with this lowly servant. Yin Mian then asked, Consort Wan, are you sure you want to deal with me here? This is Longtae Palace, where the emperor resides. Are you not afraid of being labeled cruel and having the emperor find out? Consort Wan gritted her teeth. Consort Chen whispered to Consort Wan, the palace maid is right. I think you should let it go. Consort Wan, you were only slapped, only ridiculed for a few days. It's not a big deal. Consort Wan, agitated and furious, retorted, Shut up. Someone, seize this lowly servant. Yin Mian thought to herself, what's wrong with this Consort Chen? She's using sweet words to goad Consort Wan into acting out, trying to stir up trouble, isn't she? Fine, then I'll let you have a real show. She took out her fairy magic, the truth-telling spell, and cast it directly on Consort Chen. Yin Mian asked, Consort Chen, tell me, what are you really planning? Consort Chen smiled and spoke truthfully. What could I be planning? I just thought it would be nice if Consort Wan killed you. It would be even better if you both died. Then I would be overjoyed. Consort Chen froze after speaking. Wait, why did I just say what I was really thinking? Consort Wan glared at her. Consort Chen, I knew you were up to no good. She pointed at Consort Chen's face you wanted to use me to get rid of this lowly servant. And both die? Why don't you just ascend to heaven yourself? Consort Chen awkwardly blocked Consort Wan's hand and continued to speak truthfully. I didn't mean that. Such a kind, lovely little palace maid. She grasped Consort Wan's wrist. Should be killed, of course, preferably chopped into pieces and fed to the dogs. It would be best if you, Consort Wan, were the one to do it, so you'd get the reputation for being cruel. That would be perfect for me. Consort Wan froze. You white lotus. You dare to speak your wicked scheme out loud. Consort Wan yanked her hand back. You really think I'm a fool? Consort Chen, unable to control her truthful words, said, You are a fool. This is just the beginning. Not long ago, I had someone steal your undergarment and give it to a servant planning to frame you for adultery. That's what you call wicked. Consort Chen covered her mouth in surprise after speaking. What's going on? I can't control my mouth. The other palace maids gasped. What's wrong with Consort Chen? Heavens, I can't believe she's so vicious. I always thought she was so kind. The palace maids murmured amongst themselves that think she would just blurt out her wicked plot like that. Has Consort Chen gone mad? Feng Jiao sneered inwardly. Are all my consorts this vicious? Consort Wan furiously grabbed Consort Chen's hair. You damn Consort Chen. Adultery is a capital offense. You're trying to send me to my death. I'll tear you apart. Consort Chen yelled, let go of me. It hurts. Then she grabbed Consort Wan's hair in return. You stupid fool. You're like a pig. Don't think I'm afraid of you. You dare to harm me? I'll beat you to death. It hurts. Watching them fight, Yin Mian clapped her hands and smiled. Tisk tisk tsk. This is quite a show. The women of the inner palace are truly terrifying. No wonder the emperor avoids their company. Who could stomach this? Feng Jiao sighed indeed. Women are truly frightening. Watching the 2 consorts brawl, Yin Mian said, Let them fight. It has nothing to do with us. She took Feng Jiao's hand. Honey, let's go. Then the 2 of them walked past the fighting consorts, who had moved from hair-pulling to scratching. Let go. You let go first. Feng Jiao glanced over and thought to himself, I can't believe my concubines are making such a scene. It's truly unbearable to watch. Then, Consort Chen's palace maid stopped her. Consort Wan, please stop fighting. This is Longtae Palace. It wouldn't be good if we disturb his majesty. But Consort Wan was still furious. Fine, Yuval Consort Chen, just you wait. This isn't a good place. Next time, I will definitely make you pay. Let's go. Consort Chen glared angrily at Yin Mian and thought, damn it. At first, Consort Wan was clearly targeting that palace maid. How did I end up being the unlucky one? Consort Chen paused. Wait a minute, that child. Why does he look so much like his majesty? Impossible. Could he be his majesty's and this little palace maid's child? Watching the 2 of them holding hands, Consort Chen gritted her teeth. I must find out what's going on. And this little palace maid, I will definitely not let you off. As evening approached, Yin Mian led Feng Jiao back to her quarters. Little one, this is where I live. Yin Mian rubbed his head. Our maid's quarters are very simple. If you follow me, you'll have to rough it here. Yin Mian opened the door, and Feng Jiao, with his hands clasped behind his back, said to him, It's all right. I don't mind. but then he was startled. Whoa, it's so messy inside. Seeing Feng Jiao hesitate, Yin Mian asked, hey, are you alright? I'm not very good at cleaning. I didn't realize it was this dusty. Ha ha ha. Yin Mian thought to herself, after I entered the palace, I either slept in Longte Palace or chose a nice chamber to enjoy myself. I rarely come to the simple maid's quarters. Feng Jiao, wiping his face with a cloth, said awkwardly, how long has it been since you cleaned? How could it get to this state? Yin Mian, wiping her face, replied, well, not that long, just a month or two. She bent down and pointed at him. Oh dear, why are you so dirty? Let big sister give you a bath first. Feng Jiao was taken aback. What? A bath? I'm too embarrassed. No need. I refuse. Yun Mian smiled. How can a child not like to be clean? No, you must bathe. Then she picked Feng Jiao up and put him down in the bathtub. Feng Jiao struggled. Let me go. I don't want to. Yin Mian said, don't be so polite. Big sister doesn't dislike you. Then Feng Jiao soaked in the warm water. He thought to himself, I never thought there would be a day I'd be forced to undress by a woman. This is utterly humiliating. Seeing Yun Mian standing in front of him, he spoke up. Men and women shouldn't be so intimate. How can you do this? Yin Mian leaned closer and said, I'm just giving you a bath, not taking your life. Besides, you're so small, you're not even a man yet. Feng Jiao suddenly became annoyed. Small? You're the small one. I'm big. Yin Mian forced a laugh. All right, you're the biggest. Happy now? Kids will be kids. By the way, what's your name, little one? Feng Jiao, soaking in the tub, replied, my name is Feng. Little Feng. Hearing this, Yun Mian was stunned. Little Feng? What a coincidence. His Majesty's name also has the character Feng in it. She rubbed her chin and sighed. I wonder where His Majesty went. Last night, after I gave him his medicine, he left. I knew it. Hearing this, Feng Jiao froze. What? You gave me medicine? You gave him medicine? Yin Mian smiled and said, that's right. Last night, His Majesty was unconscious, so I used a secret ancestral remedy to save him. Oh, never mind. There's no point explaining it to a child like you. You wouldn't understand. Feng Jiao thought to himself, no wonder I didn't feel any pain when I woke up this morning. It turns out this little palace maid saved me. But why have I become small? Could it be related to this little palace maid's medicine? Suddenly, Yin Mian reached into the basin, all done with the bath. Feng Jiao was startled. What? Yin Mian then lifted Feng Jiao up. Let me dry you off. Feng Jiao was startled. Hey. He turned around to cover himself. Wait, let me do it myself. Don't touch me. Yin Mian, while drying him with a towel, smiled. My, what's there to be shy about? Didn't big sister already bathe you just now? Feng Jiao gritted his teeth. I was forced to let you do that just now. Yin Mian said, what do you mean, forced? That sounds so harsh. Big sister simply wanted what was best for you. There was absolutely no other motive. Aha. She rubbed her cheek against his head. Your body is so soft. Your skin's so smooth and tender. It feels so good to touch. Feng Jiao was annoyed. Enough already. Yin Mian said, all right, now that you're all clean and fresh, let's go to sleep. Feng Jiao was taken aback. What? We have to sleep together? Feng Jiao struggled. I'm not sleeping with you. Yin Mian picked Feng Jiao up and placed him on the bed. She smiled. How can that be? There's only one bed here. If you don't sleep with me, who will you sleep with? Yin Mian suddenly placed her hand on Feng Jiao's shoulder, surprising him. Yin Mian leaned down and said, besides, I don't mind. What if you wet the bed in the middle of the night? Hearing this, Feng Jiao sputtered. He turned red. Who wets the bed? I don't wet the bed. Yin Mian smiled. All right. You don't wet the bed. Big sister is wrong. After that, Feng Jiao lay down with a grumpy face. Yin Mian lay down next to him and pinched his cheek. You know, you look quite adorable when you're angry. Feng Jiao thought to himself, this woman is always teasing me. Does she think I'm a pet? No, I must find a way to change back. Feng Jiao brushed Yun Mian's hand away and asked her, what medicine did you give His Majesty earlier? Are there any side effects? Yin Mian propped her head up with one hand and turned to Feng Jiao, saying, of course there are no side effects. It's a miraculous medicine. Drinking it can prolong life and purify the body. It's incredibly rare, much better than black gold, northern ginseng, and 23 other precious herbs. Feng Jiao was dumbfounded. What nonsense. That doesn't sound believable at all. He thought to himself, could it be that I've really been turned into this by this little palace maid? Yin Mian lay on her back, nibbling on her finger, and sighed. But, speaking of which, I wonder where His Majesty has disappeared to. Feng Jiao immediately asked, are you worried about him? Do you like the emperor? Yin Mian sighed. Who would like him? That emperor is both narcissistic and domineering. He doesn't even do his job properly and teases a little palace made like me. There are so many beauties in the harem, yet he doesn't show them any favor. What a waste. It's so annoying. Feng Jiao replied, I didn't realize you thought of him that way, that he annoys you so much. I'm truly sorry. Hearing Feng Jiao apologize surprised Yin Mian. Why are you apologizing? It has nothing to do with you. Yin Mian touched Feng Jiao's head. But later, if you see His Majesty, don't tell him about this, okay? He's the emperor. He needs to save face. Feng Jiao smiled. All right, I definitely won't tell him. He thought to himself, this woman, just wait until I grow up, you're dead. Seeing Feng Jiao's expression, Yin Mian smiled that you're such a cute kid. It's getting late. Let's go to sleep. Feng Jiao suddenly spoke up. Wait, you. But Yin Mian hugged him tightly, making Feng Jiao blush. Oh, all right. I'll indulge you this once. Under the bright moonlight, after Feng Jiao had fallen asleep, Yin Mian patted him gently. She thought to herself, no, I haven't seen Feng Jiao all day. I can't sleep at all. It's this late already. He must have returned to Longte Palace, right? Looking at little Feng Jiao drooling in his sleep, Yin Mian covered him with a blanket. Little Feng is asleep. Then she got out of bed. If that's the case, I'll sneak over to Longte Palace and check. I'll be back soon, so little Feng won't notice. Yin Mian transformed into a canary and flew away. At that moment, someone opened the door and entered while Feng Jiao was sound asleep. 3 masked men in black arrived. The target is here. Go! Feng Jiao happened to open his eyes. That it's late at night. What are you doing? Huh? Seeing the 3 men wielding swords and attacking, Feng Jiao was stunned. This is bad. He quickly dodged their swords. Who are these people? A masked man's eyes widened. This kid is pretty quick. Feng Jiao scrambled up. One of them grabbed him. Feng Jiao thought, damn it, after shrinking, I have no strength at all. He then covered Feng Jiao's mouth with a cloth. Where did that woman run off to? Is she all right? Feng Jiao fainted. Elsewhere, Yin Mian, transformed into a bird, flew to Longte Palace. That's strange. I've arrived at Longte Palace, but Feng Jiao isn't here. She transformed back into Yin Mian and landed. Where did he go? Sitting on the bed, Yin Mian thought of all the possibilities. Rebellious officials and thieves, assassination by villains, tied up and thrown into a well, or poisoned by assassins. She panicked. Could Feng Jiao have been killed? If he's dead, how can I have children with him? Wouldn't that mean my mission has failed? The mysterious disappearance of the mission target. Yin Mian froze. Wait a minute. Speaking of children, I seem to have forgotten something. She looked back at the bed in a daze, finding it empty. Where's little Feng? Looking at the tear in the bed and blanket. Is this a knife wound? Yin Mian panicked. Oh no. Could something have happened to little Feng? At Chunmeng Palace, Feng Jiao was brought to Consort Chen's palace made as Consort Chen instructed. I've brought the child. Feng Jiao tumbled forward. Ouch. Where am I? The palace maid said, didn't Consort Chen say to bring the little palace maid as well? He whispered to her. When we got there, the little palace maid was gone. Feng Jiao was startled, thinking, Consort Chen? Is this Consort Chen's place? What does she want with me? Consort Chen was standing with her father. Father, it's that boy. He looks just like His Majesty. Her father said, this child looks 6 or 7 years old. He can't be His Majesty's son. Consort Chen was surprised. Why not? It's clearly visible. Then her father left. Don't ask too many questions about this. In any case, His Majesty won't be able to leave any descendants. It's not convenient for an outsider like me to be in the inner palace. I'll take my leave now. Deal with today's matter cleanly. Consort Chen watched him go, thinking to herself, what did my father mean by that? Why is he so sure His Majesty won't be able to leave any descendants? Then her face took on a cunning expression. Whatever. It's even better if he's not the emperor's illegitimate child. That way, even if I kill him, there won't be any future trouble. Feng Jiao lay sprawled on the ground. Damn it, I inhaled quite a bit of anesthetic. I can't move my body at all. There's no way I can escape. Consort Chen approached, a sly smile on her face. Someone, come quickly and deal with this child. Feng Jiao was astonished. Consort Chen. Then, palace maids arrived with ropes. Feng Jiao spoke up. Why are you killing me? Consort Chen scoffed. Blame your resemblance to His Majesty. I initially thought you were his illegitimate son, which scared me quite a bit. She grabbed Feng Jiao's hair. But since you know His Majesty won't leave any descendants, it's just as well. Your death won't cause any further problems. Feng Jiao gritted his teeth, thinking, how does Consort Chen know I won't have any children? Could this woman know about my illness? Consort Chen threw him to the side. Hurry up and kill this child. Dispose of him cleanly. Don't let anyone see. And that little palace maid, after you're done with him, go catch her and kill her too. The subordinate replied, yes, Your Highness. Suddenly, just then, Yin Mian rushed in. Stop. They were surprised. It's that little palace maid. Yin Mian held her Basha fan and commanded, "Release that child." Consort Chin sneered, "You've come at the right time." Feng Jiao sat on the ground, astonished. "Did she come to save me?" Yin Mian exclaimed, "How dare you, Consort Chin? Attacking a child? Have you no humanity?" Consort Chin scoffed, "You walked right into my trap." A palace maid with a fierce expression added, "Indeed." Consort Chun then said, "Saves us the trouble. Kill this little palace maid as well." She walked over, clasped her hands, and stood before Yun Mian with a cunning look. "That aren't you, just a weak little maid? Now watch me." As soon as she finished speaking, Yun Mian attacked, a flash of light sending her flying. Everyone standing around was shocked, their eyes wide and mouths agape. The woman, flung back, cried out, "Ah!" Consort Chin's face was filled with panic. The woman landed against the door. Consort Chin, bewildered, thought, What has happened?" Then she ordered, "Attack. All of you attack. Kill this lowly maid." The guards beside her brandished their swords and replied, "Yes, Your Highness." Feng Jiao sat on the ground, staring at Yun Mian in astonishment. He lowered his head, trembling as he thought, "This is bad. So many people, and they have swords. This woman will surely be at a disadvantage." Then Feng Jiao shouted, "Palace maid, you should leave. I don't need you to save me." Yun Mian winked. "No way. Little Feng, you stay put. Big sister will bring you back soon." A masked man with sharp eyes swung his sword and said, "You want to bring this brat back?" After saying that, she charged towards them like a whirlwind. "You two, go reunite in the underworld," Yun Mian declared, brandishing her weapon. "Just you two against me." Yin Mian's fan emitted a bright light. Whoosh! The man's sword shattered into pieces with a loud crash. The man collapsed to the ground in terror, stammering, "WH." The other masked men watching were also struck with fear. The broken shards of the sword clattered on the ground. The man looked at his broken sword in disbelief, thinking, "My sword, broken by a fan? Could she be the Iron Fan Princess?" Yin Mian swung her fan again, unleashing another attack. Faced the storm. The other masked men were sent flying several meters. The masked men crashed to the ground. Yin Mian smirked triumphantly. My banana leaf fan is an indestructible divine weapon. Even without using magic, this fan alone is enough to deal with you all." Feng Jiao watched Yun Mian with a bewildered expression. "This little palace maid, is she really just an ordinary person? My harem is truly a den of hidden tigers and dragons." Consort Chin trembled in fear and retreated, thinking, "No, impossible. How can this little palace maid be so powerful? I have to find a way to save myself." Looking at Feng Jiao, a sinister thought crossed her mind. "I've got it." She bent down, picked up a broken shard of the sword, and then grabbed Feng Jiao, holding him hostage. You wench, don't come any closer, or I'll kill this child." Yun Mian's eyes widened in alarm. "This is bad." She glared at Consort Chin. "Consort Chin, using a child as a hostage. You're truly despicable." Consort Chin pressed the shard against Feng Jiao's cheek and screamed, "Shut up. If you want this child to live, kill yourself right now." As she spoke, she cut Feng Jiao's cheek with the shard, drawing blood. Feng Jiao whimpered in pain. Consort Chin continued, "Or I'll kill him right this instant." Yun Mian's voice was filled with fear and urgency. "Wait, don't be rash." She sat down, complying with Consort Chin's threat. "I'll kill myself. Just don't hurt him." She thought at this point, "I have no choice but to risk revealing my magic." A sinister smile spread across Consort Chin's face. "This little wench really cares about this child. I was right. Once she's dead, I'll kill the child and no one will know what I've done." Yin Mian picked up a piece of the broken sword, preparing to follow Consort Chin's orders. Feng Jiao, seeing Yin Mian about to sacrifice herself for him, thought, "This woman, she's willing to die for me. No, I won't allow it." He bit down hard on Consort Chin's hand. Consort Chin cried out in pain. She shoved Feng Jiao away furiously. You little brat, you're courting death." Feng Jiao was flung backwards. "I've been pushed away." Yin Mian, seeing Feng Jiao thrown, rushed towards him in a panic. "Little Feng." Feng Jiao landed in the large lake. Yin Mian, unable to reach him in time, cried out no. Feng Jiao, falling into the lake, thought hazily, "I've fallen into the lake. That's good. At least that woman won't have to die for me." Yin Mian quickly ran to the edge of the lake and jumped in. Splash! She swam down to rescue Feng Jiao. Feng Jiao, his vision blurry, saw Yin Mian and thought in a daze, he's surprised to see Yin Mian jump in to save me. This woman, is she stupid? She actually jumped in after me. Yun Mian quickly swam down and grabbed Feng Jiao's hand. Got you. Feng Jiao wore a surprised expression. Yun Mian then hugged Feng Jiao tightly. Feng Jiao looked at Yun Mian and thought, this woman. Yun Mian, holding Feng Jiao, began to swim upwards. Feng Jiao wore a pensive expression. She was actually willing to jump into the water to save me. Yun Mian, struggling slightly, thought to herself, this won't do. A canary in water is worse than a chicken. This immortal isn't a strong swimmer. And I'm carrying little Feng Jiao too. I should secretly use my immortal magic to get little Feng Jiao ashore first. Yun Mian started to cast a glowing spell, thinking little Feng Jiao probably won't notice. Right. She tried to use the spell on Feng Jiao, but it was repelled. Yun Mian looked bewildered, thinking what? The magic rebounded back onto Yun Mian. Her face registered surprise. How does little Feng Jiao also have a jade pendant that can repel magic? A large explosion rocked the lake. Boom! Yun Mian was gradually submerged, her vision blurring. She thought, not good, I'm about to lose consciousness. I have to push little Feng Jiao out of the lake. Yun Mian, with all her remaining strength, lifted Feng Jiao up, and with a powerful shove, propelled him towards the surface. Feng Jiao, propelled by Yun Mian, bobbed up near the surface of the lake. Yun Mian sank into the dark depths. Feng Jiao's vision blurred as he thought, what happened? Feng Jiao, having been pushed upwards, turned back to look at Yun Mian with worried eyes. Wait, why did this woman suddenly? Yun Mian lost consciousness and fell into a coma. Feng Jiao turned back and swam with all his might down into the lake, thinking, no, I have to save her. He grabbed Yun Mian's hand and tried to pull her up, seeing that she was unconscious. Hey, little palace maid, wake up. Feng Jiao struggled to pull Yun Mian up, but couldn't. No, I'm in a child's body now. I'm too weak. I can't pull this woman up. Feng Jiao, holding his breath, was about to run out of air. That I can't breathe. It's so uncomfortable. His whole body trembled, tears welling in his eyes. Why? Why did I become small again? Am I supposed to be powerless to watch this woman die? Suddenly, rays of light emanated from around Feng Jiao, and he transformed back into his adult form. He clenched his fists. How could this be? This woman is in this state because she saved me. His whole body glowed, his eyes sharp and full of determination. I absolutely will not allow her to die. Feng Jiao embraced Yun Mian's waist, holding her tightly, and looked at her. Live together, die together. He brought his face close to hers. Your life belongs to me. Feng Jiao placed a life-giving kiss on Yun Mian's lips. Moments later, he carried her to shore. Feng Jiao thought, unexpectedly, at such a critical moment, I was able to transform back. Was it because of my eagerness to save this woman that I was able to return to my adult form? Hey, wake up, miss. You've been in the water for so long. Is this woman all right? Yun Mian suddenly regained consciousness. Wasn't this immortal supposed to have fallen into the water? Right, it seems like a man pulled me out. Then it felt like something warm covered my lips. Something warm? No way. Was this immortal kissed in the water? She brought her hand to her lips, her face flushed as she looked around. Feng Jiao said, you're awake. He looked at Yun Mian tenderly. She saw Feng Jiao and immediately thought it was him. Yun Mian, her face surprised, asked, why are you here? Did you save me? Feng Jiao cleared his throat and said, ahem, yes. I was free and had nothing to do, so I went for a swim. I happened to see you drowning, so I saved you. Yun Mian anxiously tugged at Feng Jiao's sleeve and asked worriedly, did you see little Feng? He's a small, very cute child. He fell into the water with me. Hearing Yun Mian's words, Feng Jiao blushed, brought his hand to his cheek, and thought, does this woman find me cute? Then he said, yes, I saw him. I've sent someone to take him to rest. Hearing this, Yun Mian sighed in relief and said, that's good. She rested her chin in her hand, looking at Feng Jiao thoughtfully. But how come little Feng has the same jade pendant as Feng Jiao? It made this immortal hallucinate and lose consciousness. Could it be that this kind of jade pendant is a common wholesale item? Yun Mian then thought of the old jade pendant merchant. The merchant had said, jade pendants of the Dharma protectors on sale. 3 coins for 1, 10 coins for 3. Don't miss out, this is no scam. Suddenly, a voice rang out, search for them. Yun Mian heard it and thought, that's Consort Chen's voice. Consort Chen angrily said. They jumped into the lake and ran away. Search for them immediately. The surrounding guards replied, yes, your highness. Consort Chen yelled, "The lake is only this big. They definitely can't escape. Remember, don't let them live." A servant girl approached Consort Chen and said, "Don't worry, Consort Chen. Perhaps they have already drowned." Another servant girl, sitting down, added, "That's right. Even if they're alive, they must be barely breathing. Killing them will be as easy as flipping a hand." As soon as she finished speaking, a stone flew from somewhere and hit the servant girl in the face. Thwack! The servant girl fell to the ground, her soul seemingly leaving her body as she cried out, "Ah!" Consort Chen, surprised and furious, shouted, "Who is it? How dare they sneak attack my people?" Yin Mian flew in. Thud! She stood with one hand on her hip and the other holding a stone. "That it's me, your aunt." Consort Chen gritted her teeth in anger and thought, "What? This little palace maid isn't dead." She then shouted, "You all attack. Kill her." Yin Mian angrily rolled up her sleeves and retorted, "Still trying to eliminate me? Let me teach you how to be a decent human being." Feng Jiao walked over and touched Yin Mian's shoulder. Surprised, she turned around. "Huh? Feng Jiao." Feng Jiao said, "Let me handle this." Consort Chen and the other servants exclaimed in fear, "Your Majesty. Long live your Majesty." Feng Jiao said angrily, "Consort Chen, you are very bold. How dare you brazenly murder someone in my imperial harem? Do you have no respect for me?" Hearing this, Consort Chen knelt down in fear and stammered, No, it's not like that. Your Majesty, I didn't do it on purpose. This palace maid is vicious. She attacked me first." Consort Chen looked at Feng Jiao and said, "Oh, really?" Feng Jiao fearfully said, "Yes, your Majesty. There's also a maid unconscious in my courtyard. You don't know what happened. Don't let this little palace maid deceive you." Feng Jiao said, "No one understands the situation better than I do." Feng Jiao angrily grabbed Consort Chen by the neck, lifting her up and saying, "Consort Chen, you dare to touch her? You're courting death." Consort Chen and her maid trembled in fear. Consort Chen fearfully said, "It hurts." "You are your Majesty. She's just a lowly palace maid." Feng Jiao angrily threw Consort Chen down, saying, "Silence." Consort Chen cried out in pain. "Ah!" Feng Jiao pulled Yun Mian closer and declared, "This woman, today she's a palace maid, tomorrow I can make her empress, the ruler of the inner palace." Consort Chen was astonished to hear Feng Jiao say this and cried out, "What?" Yin Mian had a puzzled expression on her face as she heard Feng Jiao's words and thought to herself, "Huh? Empress? Oh, what's going on?" Consort Chen knelt down and pleaded, "Your Majesty, this palace maid comes from a humble background, with no power, no influence, no talent, no ability. How can she be worthy of the position of empress?" Feng Jiao said, "Whether she is or not is none of your concern, because from now on, this is no longer your business." Feng Jiao raised his hand and said, "Guards." 3 guards immediately appeared behind him and called out, "Your Majesty." Yin Mian turned around and saw this with a surprised expression. Feng Jiao looked at Consort Chen and said, "Give Consort Chen 50 lashes and throw her into the cold palace. She is not to be released without my order." Hearing Feng Jiao's words, Consort Chen trembled in fear, thinking, "What?" The 3 guards called out, "As you command." 1 guard stepped forward and grabbed Consort Chen's arm. Consort Chen cried out in fear and pleaded, "Your Majesty, this concubine only killed a lowly palace maid. How can you punish this concubine so severely?" Feng Jiao glared fiercely at Consort Chen and said, "Oh, severe? You should be grateful you're still alive. Take her away." 2 guards grabbed Consort Chen's arms and dragged her across the floor. Consort Chen's whole body trembled as she cried and wailed, "Wah, Your Majesty, this concubine was wrong. Forgive me." Feng Jiao said, "Instruct those below to watch Consort Chen carefully, and if she makes any unusual moves, report back to me." The guard knelt and said, "Yes, Your Majesty." Feng Jiao turned his head and thought to himself, "If it weren't for the fact that Consort Chen seems to know about my old illness, I would absolutely not leave her alive." At Longtai Palace, Feng Jiao said to Yun Mian, "I've punished Consort Chen for you. You can rest assured, she won't be able to harm you again." Yun Mian touched her chin and said, "How could she possibly harm me? But still, thank you, Your Majesty." Yun Mian blushed, embarrassed. Feng Jiao's face suddenly darkened when he heard Yun Mian's words and thought to himself, "Your Majesty?" Feng Jiao then remembered the scenes when he was transformed into a child, when Yun Mian bathed him, when Yun Mian soothed and lulled him to sleep, when she didn't hesitate to jump into the lake to save him. Feng Jiao thought to himself, if I return to my original form, will I no longer be able to hear the little palace maid intimately call me Little Feng? Yun Mian smiled, turned, and walked away, saying, well, Your Majesty, I'll be going now. Feng Jiao stood behind, watching Yun Mian, then grabbed her wrist and said, wait. Yun Mian's surprised expression turned into a question as she turned around. Huh? Feng Jiao, holding her hand, said, little palace maid, what I said to Consort Shun by the lake wasn't a joke. She laughed out, of course, Your Majesty. The Emperor is the true Dragon Emperor. Your words are your bond. How could it be a joke? She suddenly lowered her voice. Wait, Your Majesty has said so many things. Which words are you referring to? She suddenly remembered something and scratched her head thoughtfully. Surely not those words? Feng Jiao leaned closer to Yun Mian, whispering in her ear, today you are a little palace maid, but tomorrow I could make you empress, ruler of the harem. Yun Mian froze, stunned as if struck by lightning, thinking to herself, it really was those words. Flustered, her face flushed crimson, she stumbled back. That you're joking, right? Feng Jiao stepped closer again. I am the true Dragon Emperor. My words are my bond. How could they be a joke? If you wish, I can issue the imperial edict tomorrow and make the announcement. As soon as he finished speaking, she covered his mouth with her hand. No, I don't want that, and neither do you. Feng Jiao took her hand away. True, becoming empress so suddenly might be too much. Then how about noble consort, Jiaoyi, Guifei, or Jiu? Choose one for now. She responded in a panic. How could I? Yun Mian, her face a picture of astonishment, pointed at herself. Your Majesty, in your harem, every consort is beautiful and virtuous. How am I worthy of such a position? No, I'm not worthy. Being a palace maid is enough for me. Feng Jiao lowered his voice. If a person has no dreams, what are they but a salted fish? Besides, if I say you're worthy, then you're worthy. Yun Mian gave a nervous laugh and waved her hands dismissively. Ahaha, Your Majesty, you're so witty. She pointed at him and quickly changed the subject. Oh dear, Your Majesty must be tired after rescuing me from the water today. You must take care of your health and rest early. She hurried away, waving as she went. Well, I'll be going now. I won't bother you any further. Feng Jiao stood there, watching her leave. This little palace maid, so uninterested in fame and fortune, makes me adore her even more. Well, she can't escape my harem anyway. Back in her room, Yun Mian cupped her flushed cheeks in her hands. What's wrong with this emperor? He really wants to give this immortal a consort title? That scared me to death. But why did my heart race like that when I heard it? Yun Mian, in Yun Er's body, thought to herself, wait, this immortal is currently in Yun Er's form. If the emperor truly has feelings for my current appearance, then when Yun Er returns, wouldn't this immortal's mission be reasonably complete? Suddenly, Chun Chuan, in the form of a golden pheasant, flew in. Chirp, chirp, little Mian Mian. This immortal lord is back. Yun Mian turned around joyfully, thinking, Chun Chuan. She quickly looked around to make sure no one was there. Transforming into a yellow canary, she flew to a branch. Why did it take you so long to return? Did you find that medical text? Can it cure Feng Jiao's illness? Chun Chuan, the crimson rosella, said with a tearful expression, why does little Mian Mian only talk about Feng Jiao? I just got back, and she doesn't even care about me anymore. I hate him. Yun Mian, the canary, immediately slapped Chun Chuan and said, can you compare to my mission objective? Talk properly like a bird. The crimson rosella said in pain, all right. I won't argue with you. This time I actually have some good news. The emperor's chronic illness can be cured, but... The canary quickly asked, but what? The crimson rosella said, but, to be sure, I have to directly examine the emperor's current physical condition first. The canary angrily said, are you kidding me? He's the emperor, the son of heaven. There are hidden guards everywhere, heavily guarded, and he's immune to immortal arts. How can you possibly examine him directly? The crimson rosella slapped the canary and said, then I'll have to rely on you, little Mian Mian. You're so clever. I believe you can definitely think of a good way. The crimson rosella then flew off to chat with other birds. Chirp, chirp. The canary grumbled, this guy, as soon as he arrives, he gives me a difficult problem to solve. The next day, the sky was clear and blue. Yun Mian stood in front of the imperial palace, deep in thought. I've been thinking all night, and finally, using my brilliant mind, I've figured out how to arrange for Chun Chuan to meet Feng Jiao. I hope everything goes smoothly today. 2 guards angrily blocked the gate, saying, halt. Longte Palace is His Majesty's residence. Outsiders are not allowed to enter. Leave quickly. Yun Mian clasped her hands and pleaded, please inform His Majesty that Yun Air requests an audience. The guard lowered his blade and said, Yun Air, all right, wait here. Yun Mian propped her head on her hand and grumbled to herself, ugh, being a mortal is so troublesome. When I was a sparrow, I could enter Longte Palace whenever I wanted. The guard returned and announced, His Majesty has granted you permission. You may enter. The guard thought to himself, His Majesty is usually so cold and aloof. He rarely even sees his concubines. This little palace maid looks so ordinary, yet His Majesty agreed to see her. Yin Mian said happily, all right, thank you, guard. She quickly ran inside as if chased by a ghost. The guard watched, puzzled. She peeked in at the door and softly said, Your Majesty, may I come in? Feng Jiao suddenly flung the door open. Yin Mian, clinging to the door, stumbled and cried out, ah. She fell forward into Feng Jiao's arms, her head hitting his chest. She exclaimed, ouch. Feng Jiao held Yin Mian and looked at her tenderly, saying, what, just one night apart, and you're already eager to see me? Feng Jiao thought to himself, even jumping into my arms. Yin Mian quickly pulled away, crossing her arms shyly, and said, how could that be? I didn't want it at all. Yin Mian's face was covered in sweat as she glanced at Feng Jiao and thought to herself, that's not right. I almost forgot the purpose of my visit. She moved closer, took Feng Jiao's hand, and said coquettishly, you're right, I missed you terribly. A day without seeing you is like 3 autumns. A single night without you feels like a year. Seeing her say this, Feng Jiao stepped back and said, what's wrong? Yin Mian immediately grabbed Feng Jiao's hand and said, Your Majesty, every time I think about how you jumped into the water to save me yesterday, I'm so moved and worried. She pulled Feng Jiao closer and said, your dragon body is precious. This time you jumped into the water. What if you catch a cold? Feng Jiao blushed and quickly turned his face away, saying, I'm fine. He thought to himself, unexpectedly, this little palace maid cares about me so much. Could it be that she has? Yin Mian pressed Feng Jiao down onto the bed and said worriedly, how can you be fine? She pointed to Feng Jiao's flushed cheeks and said, Your Majesty, look, your face is all red. Aren't you feverish? Feng Jiao's face turned even redder as he looked away in embarrassment and said, cough, no. It's just that Longte Palace is too hot. Yin Mian touched his cheek, cupping his face in her hands, and said, where is it hot in Longte Palace? She looked down at Feng Jiao and said, Your Majesty, you can't neglect your health. I happened to meet an imperial physician on the way here. You should quickly have him examine your dragon body. She thought to herself, Feng Jiao's face really is very hot. Could he really have a fever? Feng Jiao, embarrassed, pushed Yin Mian away and said, all right, move a little further away from me. She turned away and said, thinking to herself, what's this? Now he shan cheap ing, this immortal. Feng Jiao then called out, someone summon the imperial physician. A guard beside him said, yes, your majesty. Hearing this, Yin Mian rejoiced inwardly. Great. The plan is going smoothly, considering how cooperative the emperor is being. This immortal will temporarily forgive you for shan cheat ing me just now. The guard led Chen Chuan in, saying, Your Majesty, the imperial physician has arrived. Chen Chuan said softly, This humble servant, Chen Chuan, greets your Majesty. Feng Jiao stood up and walked forward, saying, When did you enter the palace as an imperial physician? Why have I never seen you before? Chen Chuan smiled gently and said, I arrived not long ago and have been studying under imperial physician Hu. So, your Majesty may not have an impression of this humble servant. Feng Jiao's gaze turned cold as he said, Oh, is that so? Seeing this, Yin Mian pushed Feng Jiao back down onto the bed and said with a smile, Your Majesty, I've met him before. His medical skills are excellent. Feng Jiao looked at Chen Chuan suspiciously and said, But, seeing this, Yin Mian cupped Feng Jiao's face in her hands and said, No buts. Look, your face is so hot. Quickly let the imperial physician examine you, or I'll be heartbroken. Yin Mian's face drew close to Feng Jiao's, her eyes filled with affection. Feng Jiao looked at her, his cheeks flushing, his heart beating fast. Yin Mian glared angrily at Chen Chuan and sent a voice transmission back. Jealous my foot. My relationship with you is as fickle as a bird's. Now hurry up and treat my host. You're so slow. Chen Chuan immediately obeyed and said, Ahem, your majesty, allow this servant to examine you now. Feng Jiao looked at Chen Chuan with suspicion in his eyes, saying, and thinking to himself, this person has an extraordinary air about him. He's definitely not an ordinary imperial physician. Chen Chuan began to take Feng Jiao's pulse and was surprised, thinking this is Feng Jiao. Seeing Chen Chuan's reaction, asked Imperial Physician Chen, is there something wrong with my body? Feng Jiao clenched his fist, thinking, could he have seen through my chronic illness? Anyone who knows about my hidden affliction cannot be spared. Chen Chuan stood up and reported, it's nothing, Your Majesty. Congratulations, Your Majesty. Your health is robust. There's nothing unusual. Chen Chuan's heart trembled with fear as he thought, Feng Jiao is truly a formidable ruler. This faint murderous aura makes even an immortal like me tremble. Hearing Chen Chuan's words, Feng Jiao relaxed his hand and chuckled. If that's the case, then Imperial Physician Chen, you may leave. Chen Chuan bowed his head and said, Yes, Your Majesty. I shall take my leave. As he turned to go, Chen Chuan glanced back at Yin Mian. Seeing this, she thought to herself, it seems Chen Chuan has discovered something. This immortal must go out and ask him about it. She quickly said her farewells. Your Majesty, it's good that you're all right. Then I'll be going now. Feng Jiao grabbed Yin Mian's hand, stood up, and said, Hold on. Have I given you permission to leave? She quickly replied, Then, Your Majesty, is there something else? Feng Jiao's eyes flashed with a murderous glint as he tightened his grip on Yin Mian's hand and asked, What is your relationship with Imperial Physician Chen? Yin Mian, pressed close by Feng Jiao, feigned fear and stammered, Relationship? Oh, of course there's no relationship. She retreated, fearfully saying, What relationship could I possibly have with an Imperial Physician? Your Majesty is joking. Feng Jiao pressed Yin Mian against the door, saying, Is that so? Then why are you so eager to leave? Could it be that you're going to meet him? Hearing this, she faltered. How could that be? Why would a lowly palace made like me meet with the Imperial Physician? Don't falsely accuse me. She thought to herself, this dog of an emperor is too sharp. Feng Jiao leaned closer and said, Ha, really? Yin Mian's face flushed red, and she shyly slipped out of Feng Jiao's grasp, stammering, Oh, of course. If Your Majesty's body is fine, then I'm relieved. She hurried out, saying, I'll be going now. Feng Jiao watched Yin Mian leave with suspicion in his eyes. This little palace maid is definitely hiding something from me. Shirtong, Batong. Shirtong and Batong appeared behind Feng Jiao and knelt, saying, Your Majesty. Feng Jiao ordered, Shirtong, investigate Chen Chuan's background. I need to know his detailed circumstances, including when he entered the palace. Batong, follow Yin Mian. I want to know all her movements after she leaves this door. Shirtong and Batong obeyed. Yes, Your Majesty. Feng Jiao's expression turned sinister as he thought, surely this little palace maid has never met this Chen Chuan before. It seems like he appeared suddenly, but the two of them keep giving me a strange feeling like they're similar. Am I mistaken? Yin Mian ran outside and, upon meeting Chen Chuan, hurriedly asked, Chen Chuan, meow meow, have you figured out how to treat my host's chronic illness? Chen Chuan leaned against a pillar, arms crossed, and frowned, saying, What's the rush, little Mian Mian? Why were you so late? You made this immortal lord wait for ages. Yin Mian sighed. It's because Feng Jiao held on to me and wouldn't let me go. He's really too perceptive. He almost realized I wanted to meet you. Chen Chuan scratched his head with a worried expression, saying, Little Mian Mian, it seems like Feng Jiao is very interested in you. Why do I have the feeling that he likes you? Hearing this, Yin Mian covered her blushing face and said, Like me? How? How could that be? No way. Chen Chuan came closer, pinched Yin Mian's cheek playfully, and teased, Why are you blushing? Don't tell me. Little Mian Mian, you wouldn't have fallen for Feng Jiao, would you? Would I? Infuriated by Chen Chuan's words, Yin Mian slapped him. Slap, you pervert. Keep your hands to yourself. Chen Chuan recoiled in fear. Ow. I'm sorry. He landed on the ground, trembling. Little Mian Mian, you're so fierce. She turned away, crossing her arms that you're overthinking it. How could this immortal fall for a mere mortal? Chen Chuan stood up. Good to know. We are immortals. Sooner or later, we have to return to the immortal realm. You're only here to complete your mission. He approached Yun Mian and said softly, if little Mian really wants to fall in love, you could always choose this immortal lord. Yun Mian, disgusted by his cheesy line, pinched his cheek and pushed him away. All right. Why can't you ever be serious? Such a waste of that handsome face. Just tell me about Feng Jiao's situation. Stop fooling around. Chen Chuan said, look at you, so impatient. Don't worry. Based on this immortal's observations, gathering 5 types of heavenly and earthly treasures should cure Feng Jiao's chronic illness. Yun Mian's face lit up with excitement. What 5 heavenly and earthly treasures? Chen Chuan listed them: Buddha's breath, immortal path, sacred fruit, mystic lotus, and cloud mountain spirit grass. It won't be easy to find these 5 items. We don't even know where some of them are. Yun Mian sighed in frustration. Oh dear, nursing Feng Jiao back to health is going to be quite difficult. I'm going to be busy. I'll go investigate the whereabouts of these treasures. Chen Chuan said, no rush. You can find someone with a compatible birth date for Feng Jiao first. Chen Chuan propped his chin on his hand, a puzzled expression on his face. Currently, Feng Jiao's illness seems very stable. This immortal lord thought it would flare up a few times, but it seems like it's being suppressed by some kind of immortal item. Yun Mian said proudly, that's thanks to me. A few days ago, when Feng Jiao's illness acted up, I fed him immortal wine. Several bottles, in fact. Hearing this, Chen Chuan froze, then sputtered, coughing up blood. You did what? He stammered. You fed Feng Jiao immortal wine? Several bottles. Yun Mian asked nervously, what's wrong? Isn't it said that a mortal who drinks even a sip of immortal wine will live for 100 years? Chen Chuan covered his face with his hands. You just said a mortal who drinks a sip will live for 100 years. You fed him several bottles? Aren't you afraid he couldn't handle it? It's a miracle he's still alive. Did he not have any strange reactions after drinking it? Yun Mian recalled, not really. He just disappeared for a few days. When I went to see him the next day, there was a baby there. And you won't believe it, but the baby looked just like him. Chen Chuan furrowed his brow. They're the same person. Yun Mian, not understanding, asked what? The baby and who are the same person? Exasperated, Chen Chuan said, Feng Jiao. Yun Mian asked again, who and Feng Jiao are the same person? Chen Chuan's face darkened. The baby. Yun Mian broke out in a cold sweat. The baby and Feng Jiao, how? Chen Chuan, unable to contain himself any longer, grabbed Yun Mian's shoulders and yelled, I'm saying Feng Jiao is the baby. The baby is Feng Jiao. That's a side effect of drinking too much immortal wine. Upon hearing this, Yun Mian felt as if struck by lightning. Oh my God, she thought. I actually heard correctly. Feng Jiao is actually little Feng. She felt a sudden fever and leaned against a pillar, clutching her chest. No wonder his voice sounded so much like Feng Jiao's. No wonder it appeared in Feng Jiao's bedchamber. No wonder he saved me when I fell into the lake that time. Behind her, Chen Chuan stood wearily, lost in thought. Yun Mian blushed, gritting her teeth as she replayed everything in her mind. That hateful Feng Jiao. I've been with him for so long, and he didn't tell me. I even helped him bathe and slept in his arms. Chen Chuan approached her and asked, are you all right? Yun Mian turned and replied, I'm fine, but someone else definitely won't be. From behind them, Feng Jiao's voice called out, little palace maid. Both of them turned around in surprise. Yun Mian scoffed and thought, Feng Jiao. Feng Jiao approached angrily. Yes, I thought you're here. Yun Mian glared at Feng Jiao, her eyes blazing with fury. He arrived at the perfect time, she thought. This guy dared to trick me. He's not little Feng. I need to settle the score with him. Feng Jiao looked sharply at Yun Mian. This little palace maid tricked me, had a rendezvous with this imperial physician, and even dares to glare at me so defiantly. I've spoiled her too much. Feng Jiao and Yun Mian began to bicker. Feng Jiao stepped closer. That I'm here. Yun Mian's eyes widened. You're here? You shouldn't have come. Feng Jiao replied, but I'm already here. She threatened. Do you know what will happen now that you're here? Feng Jiao responded, I don't care what will happen. Their eyes locked, sparks flying. Chen Chuan, standing beside them, said fearfully, Ahem, why has your majesty suddenly arrived? This makes this official quite frightened. Feng Jiao's eyes narrowed. Frightened? Why don't I sense any fear from Imperial Physician Chen? A dignified Imperial physician, not studying medicine at the Imperial Medical Academy, but having the leisure leisure to rendezvous with a little palace maid. Chun Chuan hurriedly started to speak. This official Yin Mian quickly interrupted, angrily saying, Who's having a rendezvous? Your Majesty, you're slandering me. I sought out Imperial Physician Chen only to inquire about your health. Feng Jiao said, is that so? Then I've misunderstood you. In that case, someone come here. A guard approached. Your Majesty. Yin Mian thought to herself, whenever this dog emperor calls for someone, it's never for anything good. Don't tell me he wants to take action against this immortal. If that's truly the case, don't blame this immortal for striking first. Yin Mian began to prepare a spell. Feng Jiao said coldly, Palace maid Yun Ni's loyalty is witnessed by heaven. I am deeply moved, and thus I decree, promote Palace maid Yun and I to noble consort. Bring forth the rewards I previously prepared. Yin Mian, stunned by Feng Jiao's words, stumbled back. What? Noble consort? She rushed forward. Wait a moment, Your Majesty. Chun Chuan, standing to the side, thought to himself, this time, little Mian has really gotten herself into a mess. The rewards were brought forward. The guard announced, as per His Majesty's instructions, presenting noble consort Yun with a green hairpin, a green Rui scepter, a pair of jade bracelets, and a selection of green treasures. Yin Mian looked at the jewelry in alarm, thinking, this is way too green. Is this dog emperor implying something? Feng Jiao picked up the hairpin and placed it in Yin Mian's hair. Here, noble consort, wear this green hairpin. You must remember your position. You must always remind yourself, don't turn around and give it back to me. Yin Mian, stunned, immediately said, No, Feng Jiao, what do you mean? I didn't agree to Suddenly, as Yin Mian was speaking, Feng Jiao put a finger to her lips, stopping her. Feng Jiao pulled Yin Mian closer by her waist and said, So mischievous. I blame myself for spoiling you too much. The three guards behind them, seeing this, knelt down and joyfully said, Congratulations, Your Majesty. Congratulations, noble consort Yin. May Your Majesty soon have a dragon heir, bringing prosperity to our great Dai Jiao. Chun Chuan, standing to the side, was taken aback and hurriedly said, Your Majesty, if I may speak frankly, is this appropriate? Feng Jiao, with one hand on Yin Mian's shoulder, said, What? This entire world belongs to me, and furthermore, this is my imperial palace. Could it be you wish to defy me? Chun Chuan gritted his teeth in anger, forcing himself to endure and say, I wouldn't dare. Feng Jiao, with a triumphant look, said, Good. Imperial Physician Chun, don't covet what doesn't belong to you, or you'll invite death upon yourself. You may leave. Chun Chuan said, Yes, Your Majesty. Then he thought to himself, It seems His Majesty is sincere towards Yin Mian. This is certainly not a good thing. Chun Chuan then left. Feng Jiao's eyes followed Chun Chuan's retreating figure, thinking, This Chun Chuan, I must thoroughly investigate his true identity. Yin Mian, panicked, turned and tugged on Feng Jiao's sleeve, saying, No, Your Majesty, why did you suddenly create such a scene? How can you force someone like this? I absolutely don't agree. Feng Jiao leaned closer to Yin Mian's face and said, Who was it that said a day without seeing me was like 3 autumns? Who was it that touched my shoulder and cried out in heartache? Yin Mian's face flushed crimson. Feng Jiao continued, And who is it that clings to me all day long? Hearing this, Yin Mian felt guilty and started waving her hands, saying, It wasn't me. Feng Jiao took Yin Mian's chin and drew her closer, saying, Leading someone on without committing is being a scoundrel. Noble consort Yin, surely you don't intend to just string me along, do you? Yin Mian, flustered, quickly backed away and said, Don't talk nonsense. Stringing you along? In any case, I don't accept this position. Your Majesty, you can't force a melon to ripen. Feng Jiao pressed Yin Mian's hand against a pillar, saying, Whether it's ripe or not, wouldn't a bite tell? In any case, you must accept this position of noble consort. Yin Mian, embarrassed by Feng Jiao's close proximity, replied, Why do you insist on me becoming noble consort? Could it be, Your Majesty, you like me? Feng Jiao looked at Yin Mian. What do you think? She stammered, blushing. She thought to herself, This dog emperor is definitely teasing me again. How could he possibly like me? Feng Jiao said seriously, Yes, I like you. Hearing this, Yin Mian's face turned scarlet, and she exclaimed in shock, She thought, I didn't mishear, did I? He said he likes me. Seeing Yin Mian blush, Feng Jiao reached out and stroked her nose, saying, Are you foolish? I made you noble consort. Of course it's because I like you. Yin Mian, blushing, asked, So, do you like my outer appearance or my inner self? She thought to herself, Wait, why did I unconsciously ask that? Feng Jiao replied, Aren't they both you? As long as it's you, I like it all. She turned away, saying, It's not the same. Forget it. Why am I even asking this? It has nothing to do with me. Feng Jiao, hearing this, grabbed her shoulder and said, Was it not related to you? I've already said I like you. Shouldn't you respond somehow? She said angrily, Respond? Respond how? There's no response. Feng Jiao said, trembling with anger, You duplicitous woman. Hearing this, Yin Mian angrily shouted, I'm duplicitous? Speaking of which, I need to settle the score with someone. You said someone was sent to rescue Xiao Feng. Where is he? I want to see him. Feng Jiao, feeling guilty, stammered, Cough, cough. Why are you suddenly talking about Xiao Feng? Cough. I sent him out of the palace to recuperate. It's not convenient for you to see him. Yin Mian said angrily, You're still pretending. Recuperate? I know everything. Xiao Feng is you. You are Xiao Feng. Feng Jiao said anxiously. How did you know? Yin Mian punched Feng Jiao in the chest, saying, I don't care how I know. The point is, you tricked me into bringing you back to my room, made me bathe you, and sleep with you. You were clearly taking advantage of me. Feng Jiao grabbed Yin Mian's angry hand and said, You forced me to bathe. You insisted on dragging me to sleep with you. I haven't even said anything about you yet. Who's taking advantage of whom? Hearing this, Yin Mian blushed and said softly, That's because you tricked me first. Feng Jiao leaned closer to Yin Mian and said, If you say so, then before I shrunk, you were the one who came in and fed me medicine. Maybe it was that medicine that caused me to shrink. Yin Mian, feeling guilty, hurriedly said, Don't talk nonsense. I was trying to save you. Anyway, you tricked me first. I'm very angry. As for that noble consort thing, wait until I'm not angry anymore. After saying that, Yin Mian quickly ran away. Seeing this, Feng Jiao said, running away so quickly and with such a guilty expression. Could it really be that girl's medicine that caused me to shrink? Feng Jiao thought to himself, After taking that medicine, my old wounds did become much more stable. But is there really such a miraculous medicine in the world that can even shrink people? Even if there is, how could an ordinary palace maid just happen to have it? Yin Mian, who are you really? How careless of me. This immortal actually forgot that I revealed the medicine-feeding incident in front of Xiao Feng. Could that dog emperor be suspecting my identity now? Yin Mian clenched her fist and said, Bam. No, this immortal must quickly find the immortal medicine to cure Feng Jiao's old illness. Then complete the mission and get out of here as soon as possible. Otherwise, if my identity is exposed, I'm doomed. Yin Mian then conjured a long staff, saying, More immortals means more power. I have to find my fellow immortals to help me find the immortal medicine. She then swung the staff and said, Behold my immortal technique. Whirlpool door. A green light appeared. A magic circle emerged. Green rays of light shot upwards, and the immortals appeared. The pink-haired fairy smiled and said, He, little Mian, come here. Rougi said, Creator Rougi, reporting for duty. The purple-clad immortal said, Yin Mian, why did you summon us? We were in the middle of a card game. Lao Tun said, That's right, I was about to win. You calling us here cost me hundreds of millions of immortal beans. The iron-clad immortal said, Monkey, calm down. If Xiao Mian hadn't called us, you would have lost your golden cudgel. Yin Mian said, Fellow immortals, I apologize for interrupting your game. I've called you here today because I truly need your help. Yin Mian conjured images of various herbs and said, Do any of you know where to find these 5 celestial herbs? I need them to cure my host's chronic illness. The pink-haired immortal said, These are incredibly rare celestial herbs, true treasures of heaven and earth. The purple-robed immortal added, These treasures are said to be guarded by either immortals or demons. Information about them is highly confidential and not easily obtained. The pink-haired immortal said sadly, Xiao Mian, I've never seen them before. I'm afraid I can't help you. Lao Tun scratched his head and ears in frustration. Suddenly, the pink-haired immortal exclaimed, Wait, I think I've seen one of these somewhere before. Yin Mian, overjoyed, asked, Where? Where did you see it? Try to remember. The pink-haired immortal pondered for a moment. I think it was in Fenglin Prefecture. Yes, I saw this Buddha's hand fruit in Fenglin Prefecture. Yin